Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the TEC Gauntlet Season 1, powered by W Black and AMD Ryzen Radiant. It's a new day. It's a new match. Pictures coming on down for you. It's going to be your boy Aggressive coming on down as the host this time around, joined by my fellow co-casters and analysts, being Assassin and Quaid. How are you guys feeling? Assassin, start us all off.
Well, definitely. I mean, I'm feeling great. Who doesn't feel great when it's a Velocity Gaming and Enigma Gaming match, huh? So, yeah, I guess today definitely is going to be that one day where we are going to be seeing a hell lot of Valorant action. As always, I mean, every single day is a TC Gauntlet. Come on. What are you waiting for?
Wait, what is your thoughts on the matchup for today? So let's head on down over to the map pictures as we do talk about this a little bit more. Quaid, how do you feel about this match?
Honestly, how could I top that all off? Velocity Gaming versus Enigma, two top tier teams going up against each other. I'm as excited as everyone else. I'm very sure the audience is probably going nuts because of Velocity versus Enigma. And then it's going to be the second match of the day that is going to be RG Academy versus Kuchby, the two lower tier teams battling it out to see who's going to be staying relevant. But anyway, I will talk a little more about this later in the group standings. But yeah, I'm super pumped.
Yeah, these two teams, they're going to be facing off against one another. And this is something that we have been waiting for a really long time. We have not really seen a Velocity versus Enigma game in such a long time. And I really want to see how the new Velocity are going to be going up against the juggernauts of Enigma now that they have built themselves up and now that they have gotten so much stronger over such a long period of time. So let's head on down over to the group standings. Firstly, to see where exactly all of these teams are really standing, because the group the matchups are going to be a lot more interesting to say the very least. So, Assassin, give us your thoughts on the group standings this time.
I mean, Velocity Gaming, once again, right? They are sort of trying to bring back their A game, that domination game as well from 2020. And 2021 has been a sort of a roller coaster ride for Velocity Gaming, but especially in the TC Gauntlet, they haven't lost out a single game, and they are trying to get back their original groove of being the total dominators out there in the country as well. So for now, like, with 5 wins and 0 losses, a total of 10 points, them alongside Enigma Gaming, they sort of are ruling the top of the board as well. Enigma Gaming, they're going to be badly looking for the specific victory. They want to be on the top as well. And Velocity Gaming, as I said, right, them being the true dominators, they are also going to put out a very tough fight against Enigma Gaming as well. Now, the thing is that both of these Titans, they're going to go up against each other, and it's just going to be down to how exactly they strategize their moves and which maps are going to be played. Because the thing is, Velocity Gaming, we know for a fact that they have gotten even stronger with the addition of MW1. So Enigma Gaming, they have to come up with something insane.
This stage, it's all about having to go through and get that first seed on your side. So, Quaid, give us your thoughts on the group standings this time.
Honestly, what's interesting is the fact that a lot of these teams have already locked their places in, because we are seeing 5 wins or losses, and most of the 6 matches run, it's all remaining up to the last few matches that are to be played. Actually, mostly the last matches that are supposed to be played by all the teams. So almost all the positions are already locked in. So what is going to be interesting is to seeing those top dogs battling it out on those fields, just like biting at each other to see who's going to be coming out on top and remaining top dog and not being dethroned. Whether it's going to be Enigma or Velocity, we're not going to be knowing, but we are going to be seeing very soon. At the same time, sadly for RG Academy and Kuchby, they're like lagging back just a little bit. And even if they fight it out, it's going to be a tough battle. And yeah, they're honestly going to be seeded out. But then again, they can't lose hope because you can always come back in season 2 calls, and the links always are in the description, and you can always come back and show to us exactly what you're all about. So honestly, loving the group standing so far and loving the energy in the TEC Gauntlet.
For sure. The gauntlet is where all of these teams are going to be facing off against one another, and they are going to be showing what kind of metal that they do have and how much they have grown over this entire series. Because we call this a gauntlet for a reason. It's a long series of matches where the teams are going to be constantly duking off against one another to show who is the real best when it comes down to a long marathon and not just a couple of matches. So let's head on down over to the MVP standings, because I feel as though there are going to be a lot of changes moving on down today after a lot of these standings are going to be showing on up. And as you can already see here, Assassin, it's going to be SK Rossi making his debut onto the MVP standings fight.
Yeah, I mean, the MVP standings, we are going to be seeing SK Rossi getting out of the second spot, by the way. So that makes it Rafa on the third and Paradox on the fourth. Feels bad for Cactus, by the way. That guy has been maintaining his stand in the standings as well from week number 1. And now it's week number 4, and I guess it's finally time to, bid farewell to Cactus as well. It is going to be SK Rossi to be making his way in, and I'm so goddamn excited. I mean, all the behemoths are right here. But at the same time, I want to see someone from the side of Velocity Gaming as well making their way in towards the MVP standings, especially the top 4. I mean, they already are in the top 10, but it's just a matter of a few maps, I guess. A map or two. This specific match might be the match where, MW1 might be just climbing up the board as well, dethroning Paradox from his position. So you never really know. But overall, amazing MVP standings and the stats that are coming in from all of these players, right? Especially Deathmaker. Like, we almost thought that Rafa was going to dethrone Deathmaker yesterday, where then Deathmaker, he just went ahead and showed us an amazing performance against Force 1 Esports yesterday. So it looks like that Deathmaker ain't going to be going out anytime soon.
Yeah, Deathmaker is one of those players that he has consistently maintained that number 1 spot no matter what happens to him. So I'm really hoping to see a couple of more changes coming on down through, because when it comes down to MW1, he always shows up and sometimes just goes back down almost immediately after a couple of matches from the side of True Rippers. But it feels as though today's matchup is where MW1 can really shine and really make his stand. So, Wayne, give us your thoughts on the MVP standings before we head on down over to the team intros.
Honestly, what can I say? Deathmaker has still not been dethroned. I was waiting for somebody to come up and show him up, but then nobody's not being able to dethrone the king of death, that is Deathmaker himself. But then we've seen brief entrance from various people who are so talented and by their own means. We've seen MW1 come onto the MVP standings. We've seen Cactus come onto the MVP standings, and we know how hard of these hitters they actually are, and they all deserve to be there. And in my opinion, although these are the 4 current MVP standings, they all deserve to be in the top 4. I can't really, choose between one or the other because they're equally good at what they do.
That is for sure. All of these players are extremely talented in what they do, and they're just going to be constantly fighting, because you do need to remember, when it comes down to the MVP standings, they're just a couple of points off of each other. One more match is all that they need to try and change everything up and change up the dynamic of the entire standing. So let's head on down over to the team intros. First of all, starting it all off with Velocity Gaming. And honestly speaking here, Assassin, we all love this team. So let's walk right through them and tell us, what are your thoughts on this team in particular?
Definitely. I mean, Velocity Gaming, Marzel, Vipora with Rasu, Hellfighter, and a Right to Ace, and the newest edition, MW1. The 6-man roster is so explosive, so packed with a lot of energy and adrenaline. Just like a can of Red Bull, by the way. But anyways, it is going to be Velocity Gaming, right? To be an absolute powerhouse. Like, they come into the server, they just bring storm onto their opponents, and that's pretty much it. I mean, Velocity Gaming, everyone knows about them, and they are a team that need no introduction, right? They recently put up such an incredible performance as well in other tournaments, and I guess in the Gauntlet we all know what they're doing. Haven't lost a single match, so they're just gonna try and carry on with the exact same momentum and the tradition as well. Maybe go ahead and announce themselves as once again undefeated champions in TEC tournaments 2021.
Yeah, they were the Fallen Kings initially, but after a really long grind and a long hard road, they were able to take back the throne once again away from the side of global esports. But at the same time, I feel as the Velocity, they can never get too comfortable because another king could just come on down in and swoop the crown away from them almost immediately. But before we do get into the nitty gritty a little bit more, let's head on down over to the player spotlight from the side of Velocity Gaming. And Quain, give us your thoughts because the player spotlight is going to be going on down through, and it's going to be none other than the IGL himself, Amon Ross.
Amit Ross. What can I say about this guy? Like he's got. I mean, let's not even talk about his stats, which are insane. 84 kills and 61 deaths. Although that's not that high of a number, he hasn't played a lot. But at the same time, that those are insane KDs because it's not that often that you're going to be seeing a kill higher than a death. It's not easy to keep that KD in the positive. It's not that easy to keep the KD in the non-fractional area, you know, and Amaterasu manages that in spite of IGLing for the team. You're the brains and the bronze of the entire team, and it's not every day that you can say that about yourself, which is why I love this guy, which is why even when he's playing Phoenix and he's commanding his entire team, he knows exactly where to hit. He knows the weak spots of the opponents. He analyzes the opponents. He opens up spaces for his own team, and he hits where it hurts the most, which is why I love watching this guy play, and I'm very sure the audience does as well.
That is for sure. Give us your thoughts on Amaterasu here, Assassin.
Of course, I mean Amaterasu, just like the ability as well, right? In Naruto, this guy brings on flames, and he just goes ahead and burns down the entirety of his opponents as well. Definitely the black flames, but yeah, I mean playing the Phoenix as well. This guy does an incredible job for the team, opening up space and balancing both in terms of the frag department as well as calling the shots as well. Amaterasu, back in his previous FPS experience as well. He has always tend to be that cool, calm-headed person, and he always, like I've seen a lot of IGLs and a lot of captains out there in the country as well, and no one has ever come closer to Amaterasu. I respect this guy a lot, and he's a very very close friend of mine as well. To be honest, Amaterasu, the way he leads the team into victory is something that he's known for, and which makes him stand out among the rest as well. So yeah, props to Amaterasu. Amazing stats, buddy. Keep going. I want to see you perform once again exactly like this in this specific match as well.
The eternal black flames will always keep on burning. Those
Yep.
are the words. And honestly, Amaterasu, he always keeps those words alive in his own place as well. Whenever we see him on the server, we know for a fact that he is going to be tearing through his entire opponents and just showcasing what he can do every single time. But hey, that's just the side of Velocity. Let's talk a little bit more about their opponents who are known as the unknown pretty much. So let's head on down over to the team spotlight coming on down from the side of Enigma Gaming, ladies and gentlemen. And Wayne, I'm gonna have you start everything off here because give us your thoughts on the side of Enigma because this team, they are just an absolute dominant force in this entirety of the TEC.
I mean, look at those names, sir. Ghost, God, Vexy, Easy, Hiccup, Badman. They're all names that you've known. They're all names that you love because of the entire, explosive plays they bring out. And there's nothing that you can expect from them. They're never, ever sticking to the original or whatever. They're not concrete. They always come out with new strats that keep baffling the audience, that keep baffling their opponents. That is why they keep winning out these games, and they don't have a losing streak at all. They're on a winning streak. They haven't had a loss yet, but you know what's interesting? So has Velocity. Let's just see if ENIGMA Gaming is going to be able to keep that winning streak up and going, because these guys, Hika, Easy, Govexy, Ghost, and Badman. Like, what can I say? Ghost being that initial fragger, that explosive player who comes into the field, and whenever he comes into the field with that jet, people are scared. They know that Ghost is over there. They know that Ghost is lurking around the corner, and you may never know where he's going to be attacking from. So all of these players individually are so amazing, and when they come together as a team, they're known as Enigma. They're known as the unknown, like you said, and you may never know where they're going to strike from, which is why I love this team.
Enigma, they're one of those teams that are always pioneering new and different strategies every single time for our region. And they're the ones to start everything off. They're the ones to step into the unknown and make it their own every single time. So let's head on down over to the player spotlight for the side of Enigma Gaming. And now, Assassin, it's your turn. Give us your thoughts on the player known as Batman. I gave him the nickname of Boogeyman for a reason, and he is always showcasing to us what he can do when he gets his foot down. So,
Well, I mean, yeah, we had this conversation before as well, right? Batman should definitely go ahead and rename himself as the Boogeyman because the guy is just an absolutely great aim star, and at the same time, he always makes sure that he hits his targets as well. His crosshair placement, his entire aim game is something that we all look forward to coming out from the side of Batman. But at the same time, what we also look forward to coming out from the side of Batman is the ability to hold down a particular side. So being the Sentinel, being the resident Sentinel for the team, Batman does an amazing job at just locking down the site all by himself. Enigma Gaming, they just leave a particular site into the hands of Batman without any sorts of worries whatsoever. So with his incredible cipher traps and also the killjoy abilities, Batman does an amazing job. I've seen him pick up the Viper as well on maps like Icebox. So Batman, he always is that versatile player, and whatever sort of agent you give him to play, he's just going to perform in that specific agent as well. And that is exactly why Batman is known as one of the best players out there in the country as well. And his stats, man, look at this: 194 kills, 152 deaths, 57 assists, and an ACS of 232. Being a sentinel, putting
Decipher.
up those numbers, exactly. Being a sentinel, putting up those numbers is no joke. And Batman, mad props to him and mad respect. This guy is just insane and an amazing asset for the side of Enigma Gaming.
Yeah, honestly, when you consider Batman, this guy is just on another level every single time, and he can always bring the A game down to the table no matter what happens to him. But hey, we're talking about the teams a lot. We need to also talk about the battleground. So let's head on down over to the map video screen and talk a little bit more about the matchups that we can expect there. Because primarily, one of the main things that I really want to talk about here is the map Ascent in particular. This is the map where we have seen the side of Enigma performs so well, but at the same time, they're going up against the side of Velocity. So Velocity, the way that they're going to be able to control the map is just completely different, don't you think so here, Assassin?
Yeah, I mean, see, Enigma Gaming going ahead and picking up the map of Ascent, I'm not really surprised because, to be honest, Enigma Gaming, they always tend to have Ascent into that specific map pool. It's a best of 3 or a best of 5. And the best part is that Velocity Gaming themselves have a little bit of strategy going on into the map of Ascent as well. But more than that, Velocity Gaming are very proficient with the map known as Haven and the map known as Bind as well. So, Enigma Gaming, they're going to have a bit of a tough time on the map of Haven because see, not gonna lie, Enigma Gaming, they themselves have their own way in and around Haven, but so according to my analysis, right, I just feel like Velocity Gaming, they're just too goddamn strong on the map of Haven, and Enigma Gaming, they might have a little bit of a problem on the map of Haven as well. But Ascent, if Enigma Gaming can just go ahead and get the map of Ascent from the hands of Velocity Gaming, onto the map of Haven is going to be mostly Velocity Gaming to go ahead and take it over, but then Bind is going to be where it all comes down to because both of these teams are equally strong in the map of Bind, and I guess Enigma Gaming starting off with the defense on the map of Bind is going to give them a little bit of an advantage as well. But you got to be equally careful because Velocity Gaming, if they walk away with a massive lead in the first half, then in the second half it's going to be very hard for Enigma Gaming to just make that comeback as well. So strategically, I guess Enigma Gaming, they need to get their big thick strat book ready because if they are not going to be able to do that, then Velocity Gaming might just walk away with this.
Yeah, map number one is where all of the main problems are about to start coming on down from the side of Enigma. Primarily because if they're not able to close everything out right then and there, things are not going to be going in their favor whatsoever. Because when you consider map number two, we know that to be the home turf of the side of Velocity. And Velocity on that map, they have taken down even the biggest of juggernauts, no matter what happens on that map in particular. So Enigma, they need to make their stand on map number one, because if they're not able to make their stand there, map number two will be a horrific showing, not just because it is the home turf of the side of Velocity, it's also primarily because whenever you lose out on map number one, it's going to affect you a lot mentally as a team, and you're not going to be able to coordinate together as much as you could have if you were able to take map number one. Because whenever you do take map number one, both of the teams are going to be on even footings no matter what happens moving on down over to the second map. Other than, of course, having the opposition team having their backs against the wall, but they're still going to be fighting strongly, primarily because it's their own home map. So moving on down forward, ladies and gentlemen, let's just not really talk about this as much because we always say this. We can analyze about the maps as much as we possibly can, but at the very end of it all, we can analyze all day long and still, hey, the analysis is probably not going to be correct, and we are not really going to be getting the exact same outcomes as we are expecting. So let's head on down over to the matches soon enough, and we're going to be back with you on the caster's desk after a couple of small words from our sponsors. And we'll be back with you real shortly with the TEC Gauntlet Season 1, powered by W Black and AMD Ryzen Radeon. We'll catch you in just a little bit. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back at the caster's desk after a really short run down from the analyst desk. It's going to be me, your boy Aggressive, coming on down back as the host and caster, joined by none other than my handsome boy known as Assassin. And honestly speaking, at this point, I'm really excited for this matchup. So let's head on down over to the map video screen to talk a little bit more about the battlegrounds we're going to be heading on down over into and what both of these teams have in store for us primarily. Because honestly, Assassin, I want your thoughts on both of these matchups. Primarily, we were talking a lot about what could happen over on the map of Ascent. So give us your thoughts a little bit more on what to expect when it comes down to standard team compositions.
I mean, Ascent, the thing is that, right, apart from the team compositions, the thing is that on the map of Ascent, I guess Velocity Gaming, they haven't got a lot of their strats ready on the map of Ascent. ENIGMA Gaming, it looks like they are just going to be having a much better time on the map of Ascent as well, if you take into consideration their usual lineup. That is in front of your screens right now, by the way. ENIGMA Gaming, we're going to be seeing Badman on the Killjoy, Hika is going to be playing the Phoenix, we're going to be seeing Easy on the Astra, Godwexy is going to be playing the Silva, and Go should pretty much pick up the Jet as well. From the side of Velocity, by the way, Amaterasu is not going to be playing today. It's going to be Marcel to be playing instead, along with MW1. So it's going to be MW1 on the Jet, Vipor on the Killjoy, Marcel on the Phoenix, Hellfighter on the Astra, and Right to Ace is going to be playing the Sova as well. I'm going to be waiting for Ghost to go ahead and pick up that Jet as well. But yeah, as I was saying, right, with the usual lineup, I guess, ENIGMA Gaming, they just look a little bit too strong on the map of Ascent, and Velocity Gaming, they might not might not be able to, go ahead and take this specific map over, because we know Velocity Gaming, they usually have been focusing a lot more on maps like Icebox, Haven. We've got Breeze as well now. They have been focusing a lot on Breeze, and of course, Bind is always there in the map pool as well. So, yeah, Ascent is a map that they usually avoid, most probably maybe because of the fact that they're still trying to, brush up their entire strat on the map of Ascent as well. Now, let's see how exactly it is going to go, as the match is going to be ready as well, and we're going to be seeing all the player cams coming up. Wow, Right to Ace is very happy today.
Yeah, he's just feeling himself a little bit too much. He's like, yes, it's my turn to IGL. It's my turn to lead the team down to victory. And honestly, at this point, whenever you think about Right to Ace, he's always that other person that we can always rely on for the side of Velocity to lead the team down over to victory every single time. And now that Amarasu is not playing, he needs to be the one to take the mantle of that IGL. He needs to be the one to bring his team down and show them victory moving on down forward here, Assassin. And considering the potency of the side of Enigma on the map of Ascent in particular, side of Velocity, they need to be very careful. Otherwise, things could just go horribly wrong for them really quickly.
That's true. I mean, Velocity Gaming, they need to be careful with each and every move they make against a team like Enigma Gaming as well, because of the fact that they have got a proficiency in this specific map as well. Now, not trying to say that Velocity Gaming are not good at this specific map, but at the same time, I did give you that reason. And oh, there you go. Vibor, he is going to go ahead and prove me wrong. He's going to get himself a double. He's looking for the triple as well, but they're not going to be able to get it, as Godwex, he does take him down. Down to a 2 versus 3 situation, ladies and gentlemen, is Enigma Gaming. They're going to try their level best to just isolate themselves into individual one-on-ones. And oh, Batman, he finds himself a total of 3 kills this specific round. 2 over towards the A side, and I guess Godwex, 1 versus 1 against Hellfighter, might just be able to make this happen. I mean, both of these players are pretty healthy, except for Godwex taking a little bit of a tickle right there. And I guess all he has to do is just go ahead and connect that burst fire as well. Not a jump one. Please don't do that. It's a very close one. You might just go and get the stop and Hellfighter. My goodness, what the hell? Oh my god. What was that snap out of the face of God Wexy, as Wexy just gets absolutely deleted and destroyed?
Honestly, this is what Hellfighter does, ladies and gentlemen. This guy, when it comes down to his raw potency and his raw aim, he will never, and I mean never, disappoint us no matter what happens on that server. Initially, he was always playing that Sentinel role, giving his Vandal over to Vibor, but I always say this, you can take away the duelist from a player, but you can never take away his aim. And for the side of Hellfighter, you can take away his Sentinel, but you can never take away the fact that he is an anchor for the entirety of his team. And Hellfighter, he is showing exactly why he is that anchor. That raw aim, that raw potency is just so much on point. But at the same time here, Assassin, this was way too close for comfort. The fact that Batman was able to find those 2 kills, and at the very end, Godfix, he was just not able to find that last final kill, primarily because he was going in for jumping classics. We know for a fact that if Godvex just played it a lot more safer, it would have basically secured the round for the side of Enigma. So this round in particular was super close at the very end of it all, and taking it down to this 1-0 scoreline, I can already see that this one game is going to be a really close call for both of these teams.
Yeah, I guess that might just be the reason as well. The thing is that Velocity Gaming, right? Well, they're going to go ahead and get themselves a second out of the board, as well as is the custom. They're going to upgrade to the SMGs, and I guess Enigma Gaming, they're going to try and take down as many players down from the side of Velocity Gaming, try and do a little bit of damage economically. Velocity Gaming, well, let's hope that they're not going to drop down a lot of weapons. Even if they do, I mean, it won't really matter if they drop MW1 down or even Muzzle down, because they pretty much can go ahead and take a specific damage as well, but the rest of the team can't.
Revealing area.
Slow, and they're playing it smart this time around, and I really like this coming on down from the side of Velocity. Marcel, what is this crosshair?
Yeah, I mean, Marcel is coming up with insane crosshair. Maybe he's playing on a 2K monitor, maybe. So basically, in this specific game, right? If you're playing on a 2K monitor, the crosshair, even though it's small on the 2K monitor, for the observer, it kind of looks like really, really big in size. So I'm not sure. That might be the reason, or maybe Marcel is just feeling it. He's like, I'm just gonna play on this specific crosshair. Is he doing like a crosshair challenge or something like that?
Yeah, possibly, but at the same time, that crosshair is a little bit too big for comfort, even for in my eyes. But at the same time, here, velocity, they are not going to be giving out pretty much anything. Hellfighter goes in for a couple of shots, and remember, this is the fourth line coming on now from that hey, you are in a pretty rough spot if you lose out here in particular, and here already it's going to be going on down to a 2 versus 5 situation with Hellfighter being able to get a triple kill for himself. Shots are going to be going on in left, shots are going to be going on in right, and it's going to be gone. Vexy being able to chime in with one, but Marzel with his massive crosshair is going to be able to take down one more. Shots coming in down from the side of MW1, tapping Batman into the next dimension. And with that, that's going to be 2-0 scoreline coming on down from the side of Velocity, ladies and gentlemen. And that force buy round, not really working in the favor of the side of ENIGMA whatsoever.
There you go. We got Marzel back at the cam as well. All 5 players from side of Velocity on the cams, and same can be said for ENIGMA as well. So, yeah. You guys are going to be able to see what exactly is the celebration going on for both of these teams after their respective wins. Everyone loves that, don't you, Aggie?
Yep, that is for sure. But at the same time, I really did see an operator initially coming on down from the side of BLT. But what are these shots coming on down, ladies and gentlemen? From the side of Ezzy. Ezzy with that sheriff. He's going to be able to tag down 2 people to only 1 level of HP. Almost nothing to work with, but at the same time, more. He's going to be that difference maker. He is going to be that anchor down over on that A side. And one by one, the shots are going to be grading on in. And there is no way Vibor is going to eventually those in. Coming in as backup, it's going to be Marzel with 1 more for himself. And Ezzy, he's just not going to be happy whatsoever. He tries to go in for a couple of shots, and he's going to be able to find 1 more. That's just that triple G coming on down in from the side of Ezzy, ladies and gentlemen. The headshots rating supreme from that sheriff. And with that, that's just gonna be it. And at the very end of it all, a little bit anticlimactic, don't you think so here, Assassin, after so many beautiful shots coming on down from Ezzy?
Yeah, I mean, they started off really well, right? ENIGMA Gaming, especially Ezzy going ahead and giving like what, 149 damage on towards MW1. MW1 was down to what, 1 HP. I guess Ezzy is gonna be bashing himself so hard right now. He's gonna be like, man, what the hell? I gave him 149. Should have just finished him off. I was not able to do it. God damn you, the sheriff. But yeah, jokes aside, 3-0. Velocity Gaming, an amazing retake as well over towards the B side, right? I thought ENIGMA Gaming might just be able to walk away with that specific round, but nah, not gonna happen. As Ezzy, this time around though, it's gonna be him to go ahead and finish off what he wanted to do in the previous round. It's gonna be him to take down MW1, but then right away quickly picks up that operator and gets the trade as well, gets the revenge for his comrade MW1. With that, Batman is also trying to, move in and around the B mains area as well. But look who has already aggressed in. It's going to be Vibor with that Spectre. I guess Vibor, yeah, he might just be able to take down his nemesis. It's going to be Hellfighter versus Ghost over to the middle area. And it's going to be Hellfighter to get taken down. Vibor, on the other hand, pushes in from the B main, stays down Batman. And with that, a minute left on the clock. And Hikka is trying to open up space over towards the A side. He's trying to open up an avenue so that the rest of the 3 players from the side of ENIGMA Gaming can just move in over towards the A side as well. And oh, Ghost, he's going to go ahead and take down Right to Ace. How the hell did Right to Ace did not hear him out?
Yeah, the timing working in the favor of the side of ENIGMA, ladies and gentlemen. Ghost, he was literally a ghost just walking down over from the angle of Garden and just making his push happen. Got the first initial kill down onto Hellfighter, who was running on away. And you have to give it to Ghost to understand the timings and also the rotations according to what his teammates were doing all over the map. A lot of noise being made down over towards the side of A main, basically meaning that, hey, Ghost, he can easily walk in and creep over onto that market angle and catch the person rotating down from the angle of market, because Hellfighter made so much noise there that his presence was already known. And Ghost, he understood that, immediately went in for that shot and was going to be able to find and made that rotation down towards the side of a Gardens, and then immediately popped another head. Ghost literally cutting through this entire map like butter every single time. And if these are the type of plays that the side of ENIGMA are bringing down to the table, things are going to be really interesting down the line, that is for sure. But it seems the Batman, he's going to be placing down his lockdown this time around to go in for an A-side execute, but all the members of the side of ENIGMA, they're actually not opting to go in for that rush just yet. They're playing it slow, they're playing it smart, but at the same time, Ezzy, he just spots out Hellfighter and taps a bullet in.
Well, to be honest, right? ENIGMA Gaming moving in over towards the A side with their entire bag of utilities as well. It's exactly what we expected them to do in this specific round, and they did it in a beautiful way. Velocity Gaming, it's going to be a tough one for them to go ahead and get this retake done, but at the same time, don't forget, it is going to be the man advantage coming out from the side of ENIGMA Gaming, so Easy going ahead and playing inside of the specific smoke. Might just be able to get something done. Right, Twist is on the diffuser. It's going to be Easy to get taken down. What the hell is happening right now at ENIGMA Gaming? Well, they still have got that specific recon dot through which they are going to get a lot of information, and that smoke, it definitely is going to be helping them out as well in order to gather these kills as well through the smoke. Right, Twist, he hasn't even got the oh, never mind, he's got the hard defuse done. All he has to do is just finish it off as well. And never mind, he's not going to be sticking it. It is going to be Wexy to be playing him. And it is going to be right Twist to not be able to get that defuse in, and the second round of the board for ENIGMA Gaming as well. But an amazing attack coming out from the side of ENIGMA Gaming over towards the A side. I really loved that Gravital positioning over towards the rafters, by the way, and Hellfighter just walking straight into the Astral Star as well.
A little bit of a slow start coming on down from the side of MW1 because he pulled out an operator on 2 rounds in particular, and he was not really able to get a lot of value out of that operator. Basically meaning that now when it comes under the terms of eco, the entirety of Velocity, they're going to be hurting quite a lot, to say the very least, and they are going to be forced onto an eco round for themselves moving on down the line. A lot of broken buys coming on down from them. MW1 opted going for that jiggle, spots out 2 players, and he's like, nah, I'm just going to walk out away from this. I really don't want to take this fight right now. I need to play it slow. I need to play it smart. And it seems as though a lot of map control has been established by all the members of the side of ENIGMA. Basically meaning that, hey, this push coming on down from the side of Batman can easily just catch out Marcel. He's probably not ready for it, but at the very end of it all, Batman, he was not the one ready for it whatsoever. Crosser placed a null on Void, and with that, it's just going to be a fracture rush coming on down from all the members of the side of ENIGMA. MW1's going to be good for 1, will it be good for a second is the real question. The dash knock's going to be working out in his favor. Instead, it's going to be Ezzy being able to take him on down out. And the start of this round was very hectic right at the very beginning, and going on down over to the 3 versus 2 situation. Velocity, they're the ones at the disadvantage, even though they got the pan advantage at the very beginning stages of this round.
And a 2 versus 3 situation with Boar and Hellfighter. Hellfighter has got no stars left as far as I know, so specific retake is going to be a bit difficult for the side of Velocity Gaming. Now they know for a fact that the Sova is over towards the B mains, and the rest of the 2 are into the site as well. Not really sure where. Okay, they have cleared out both the corners, so it looks like that both the players are going to be over towards the boathouse position as well. Hellfighter is going to try and get the frag on towards Zika. He does that. A 1 versus 1 against God Wexy, and God Wexy is just going to go ahead and drop in that shock dart. And it looks like that Hellfighter might just try and go in for the hard defuse, but it's going to be God Wexy too. Pick it at the same time and take him down as well. And with that, we're going to be seeing an even Stevens on the scoreboard. I think ENIGMA Gaming, they're going to bring it back, ladies and gentlemen. Just 1 more round, and they're going to take the lead from the hands of Velocity Gaming. And Velocity Gaming, it looks like that it's finally time for MW1 and Hellfighter to upgrade from the Spectres onto the rifles.
I've been stuck on those Spectres for a pretty long time, to say the very least, but at the same time, a little bit more of a slow start coming on down from the side of Velocity. Not really something that we would expect. We expect them to be a lot more explosive, go in for a lot more of those rushes, and just play to the fullest of their abilities. And the fact that they are not able to do so just yet just goes to show that maybe this slow start could just be a calling for what's happening moving on down over on this map in particular. And now with the push coming on down from the side of ENIGMA, the shots are going to be going on in, but no one's going to be checking down over on the angle of Generator. Hellfighter literally gets away with murder. He's actually going to be able to find 2 kills. Is he going to be able to find his third? He's not going to be able to. Instead, it's going to be Batman. He's the one to shut him on down. And now in this 3 versus 3 situation, it's gonna be a MW1 trying to go in for a couple of walk threats, but that smoke so beautifully placed from the side of Ezzy with his last time friend. He made sure that his teammates were able to survive. His teammates were able to go in for the plays that they needed to go for, but at the same time, Hika's gonna be able to take down MW1, but immediately gets traded out by right to east. Flashes are gonna be going on in from the side of Marzel. A little bit of miscommunication coming on down from the side of Velocity, ladies and gentlemen. They know for a fact that under Heaven, there is gonna be one player holding on down over on that angle, but will they be able to opt to go in for that push? Flashes are gonna be going in left, flashes are gonna be going in right. That's gonna be God Vexy and Batman, the dot crosshair duo, trying to take everyone down from the sidelines. Marcel's gonna be going for one from the sides, and he's gonna be able to get that trade for his money right to Ace. And it's just gonna be another round coming on down through down on the wire as well, ladies and gentlemen, taking it down to a 4-3 scoreline. Velocity, they're still holding it down strong, and they're still holding down the 4 no matter what happens coming on down over on the map.
I really love the fact that ENIGMA Gaming, right, they did not go ahead and spend absolutely every single one of their utilities for the execute in that specific round. The thing is that ENIGMA Gaming, they kind of have learned how to, manage their resources as well. So even in an afterplan situation, they've got enough utility to hold down the fort. It's just the individual brilliance coming out from the side of Velocity Gaming, despite all of the utilities coming in. Marzil, this guy just brings it down to raw aim, and he just jumps in, gets himself a double, gets the defuse in, and puts up the 4th round of the board for Velocity Gaming as well. On towards the next round now, we're going to be seeing Easy back on that Deagle, and let's see if this time around, though, is going to be able to take down MW1 with that specific Sheriff or not.
Sheriff is going to be the thing that causes all of the damage to happen, because we know for a fact how dangerous what Sheriffs can be. But at the same time, when it comes down to a Spectre and Vivor, we know for a fact that that Sheriff is not going to do pretty much anything. He's going to go in for that swing with MW1 on his side, and they're just going to be able to mow everyone down. And the round just started here, Assassin, and it's already over. We're heading on down over to the 5-3 scoreline. And the execution and the timing coming on down from all the members of the side of Velocity, it was just so clean and just so beautiful as well. Immediate swing down from one player means another immediate swing down from another player, and these type of consecutive swings are keeping the side of ENIGMA on their toes, and these are the type of plays that we are expecting coming on down from the side of Velocity, not allowing their opponents to breathe whatsoever and then choking them out every single time. Velocity, that's exactly what they need to do against the side of ENIGMA, because they know for a fact that if ENIGMA are the ones dictating the pace of these type of engagements, they're always going to be the ones winning it out here. And now it seems as though Hika, he knows what to expect, and he knows for a fact that Velocity is trying to take away the control away from their side. And that basically means they're going to be going in for that hole, going in for a couple of shots for themselves with Batman. He makes his way down over to the angle of market. He's actually going to be good for another one as well, but Vivor's going to be able to trade down one more. And with that, the entirety of Velocity, they're all on the back foot. Right, QAC gets taken down by Batman as well, and with that, it's already over. It's just Marzil trying to go down for this 1 versus 3 clutch, but Assassin at this stage with no information, I don't think he can do this.
Yeah, in a 1 versus 3 situation, Marzil, he does have the run it back available, but I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. He's going to be able to do it, and I am pretty sure that he doesn't want to waste that run it back as well in this specific 1 versus 3 situation. So yeah, I guess, saving up the Phantom, carrying it forward onto the next round is the better option here. And Marzil gonna try and get a kill or two maybe in the process of just saving that specific Phantom as well. Let's just hope that he just doesn't get hunted down, because if he does get hunted, then it's gonna be trouble for the side of Velocity Gaming. What is their economy looking like, by the way? Are they gonna be able to eke out a buy? I mean, with Boar sitting at 1900 creds, Hellfighter with 1500, Marzil is gonna be able to go in for a buy. But if he saves up this specific Phantom, he's going to be able to drop one of his...
Oh,
never mind,
unlucky,
Batman!
Unlucky.
What the hell?
Yeah, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt quite a lot. Marzil's probably feeling the pain, and he's feeling it a little bit too much. But hey, Batman noticed the boogeyman for a reason. He just goes in for that swing. He's like, my spidey senses were tingling. I'm very sure that one person is holding on down over on the other side of the wall, goes in for a wall bang, and that wall bang equals to a headshot almost immediately, and that's Batman for you, ladies and gentlemen. This guy, he knows his intuition, and he knows his gut feeling, and whenever he has that gut feeling, he is never gonna miss those shots. And right there and then, ladies and gentlemen, is where Batman shines the brightest. And with that, they're going to be able to take another round on the board, take it down to a 5-4 scoreline. And when it comes down to the terms of eco, the entirety of Velocity, they're hurting massively. And as we just stated previously, not being able to save that gun basically means that Hellfighter, he is going to be forced onto just a Spectre in his hand, because MW1 is going to be able to go and pick up that Operator. And that Operator could just be the thing that they need to try and open things up. But at the same time, it feels as though with the first initial running back coming on down from the side of Vega, things could be working out in their favor. It's going to be MW1 with the first initial pickup. And before, he's holding down the 4 with another one for himself. MW1 with a double kill. And now he's looking for more. He's hungry for one more kill. Marzil going in for a couple of shots with his own calling and his own running back. He's going to be able to take down 2. And with that, the entirety of Velocity, they take it all away and take it down to a 6-4 score. Right? But Assassin, this match is way too close.
I mean, see, Velocity Gaming still, eking out a buy despite having a little bit of an economical problem as well. They had to sacrifice one player on that Spectre, and I guess that one player that was playing the Spectre as well, he basically doesn't care, right? Like, he's a god on that Spectre, and before holding down the fort over towards the A side as well, it was done in a very, very beautiful way. I mean, Velocity Gaming, it's kind of very intriguing to see them go ahead and hold down to both of these sites on the map of Ascent, because as we did do some pre-game analysis, right? Okay, Marcel, I guess he lagged out. I'm not really sure what happened, but Batman got an easy frag on towards Marcel. But anyways, continuing the conversation, right? I was like, we did have a little bit of a conversation in the pre-game analysis as well, where we said that Velocity Gaming, they don't really have, that 9,000 IQ specific strats or something like that onto the map of Ascent, but then they're making things happen. They're making ends meet right now. They're in the lead, and I guess this specific round is going to be a bit of a problem for Velocity. But they still have, right to ace left out over towards the A side. He's going to try his level best, but then he's only going to manage to walk away with one before falling down. But Bor left out on a 1 versus 2. Has got his lockdown, by the way, so he's going to try and come in with a flank. Nobody's going to notice this except for Ghost, who has already noticed Vibor coming in, and it's going to be Hiccup to go ahead and get that flash in as well. It's going to be the curveball coming in, but Vibor isolates himself into an individual one-on-one with Hiccup, wins that out, and I guess he might just be able to pull this off. Ghost is going to be able to win it out. Ghost is going to go in for the peak. I guess Vibor, he might just be able to do it. Never mind. Not going to happen as Ghost. He's just going to play around, dancing back and forth behind that specific green boxes onto the side. There's going to be Ghost to take down Vibor as well. But nice little try, by the way. Right to ace. In my opinion, if we would have waited a little bit more for Vibor to reach over towards the A mains, they could have gone in for that surprise attack together as a unit, right? If they would have done that, maybe Ghost would have got caught off guard and both the players would have gotten taken down.
Yeah, I completely agree with you there. But at the same time, you do need to consider something, Assassin. Because when it comes down to the terms of the economic damage, the side of Velocity, they're still ahead massively when it comes down to that. Because considering all the buys coming on down from the side of ENIGMA, they're still not able to go in for proper buys, even though they were able to win out on so many of these rounds in particular. But at the same time, Parcel, you don't need to go in for that swing. You don't need to take out that turret. And the fact that he opted to go in for that swing basically meant that things are already over down for their end. But Hellfighter, he's going to be cheeky. He's going to be good for 2. He's going to be good for 3. And this is Hellfighter, ladies and gentlemen. You don't peek this bad. And this guy is gonna take you out no matter what happens. Before gets his revenge kill as well. He's gonna be able to take down Golds. And what are these shots? What are these plays? This is Velocity for you, ladies and gentlemen. 7-5 on the scorecard, so end of the first half. And honestly, Assassin, it feels as though this match just started and it's already down to a 7-5. Both of these teams, they're putting us at the edge of our seats every single time that the time is literally flying. I'm enjoying myself casting this with you. And honestly, if the match is this intense down here on the second half as well, we're going to be in for a real treat, that is for sure.
What the hell is that from Hellfighter, man? Can someone explain? Look at that, playing inside of his own smoke. Going ahead and getting himself a triple. Crazy stuff right there coming out from the side of Hellfighter. You guys can see it on the instant replay as well in front of your screens, and how amazing of a hold came in that specific round from the side of Hellfighter as well over towards the A side. But yeah, 7-5. 7 rounds on the defense from the side of Velocity Gaming. And I'm not surprised. I mean, yeah, I kind of am. But at the same time, we know for a fact that Ascent is a defender-sided map. So Velocity Gaming going ahead and playing out that defaults, winning 7 rounds into their favor doesn't surprise me much. From the side of ENIGMA Gaming, now is going to be time for them to shine because... yeah, their defense is, I guess, a lot better than their attack as well, in my opinion. What do you say, Aggie? What do you think? I mean, ENIGMA Gaming, as far as I know, that defense is definitely a lot better than their attack, especially on the map of Ascent.
Yeah, and analytically, we have always talked about the fact that ENIGMA have much more of those stronger defenses, primarily because of their team play and coordination. But at the same time, I would say it's a very admirable scoreline that they have ended up on. Being on a 7-5 basically means that it alleviates a lot of the pressure that the pistol round carries. You're still going to be able to take it down to a 9-5 scoreline at the bare minimum. And even though you lose out on the pistol round, it really doesn't. It's really not going to be hurting as much as if it was an 8-4 or a 9-3 scoreline. And here is where the side of ENIGMA should be able to take a possible win against the side of Velocity, primarily because when it comes down to pistol rounds, Velocity has a curse, and we know for a fact that that curse is kind of true almost every single time. But hey, the caster's curse could be stronger than the curse of the pistol rounds from the side of Velocity, so we could see them winning out here, even though they lost one person almost immediately moving on down on the first initial round. But hey, just as I was talking about that, it's gonna be Hiko with another kill, but before coming on down in and just slapping Hiko in the face with a bullet to take him down almost instant.
So yeah, like Godvexy, well, he knows for a fact that someone has crawled in over towards the A side, and I guess MW1 might just go in for that peek as well. Oh, nicely done. So he uses smoke to his advantage to get on top of that box so that he can go in for the peek whenever he wants.
30 seconds left.
And I guess with 30 seconds left on the clock, Vibor has a decision to make. Go in to the side, plant the spike, and ask both of his comrades to just provide some of the cover that he needs as well to go in for the specific plant. In a 4 vs 2 situation, ENIGMA Gaming looks like that they are about to put up their 6th unless until Vibor has some other plans. Gonna take down Ghost, and with that there are 2 players approaching from the shot position as well. It's gonna be bad match to take down right to Ace, whereas Vibor, he's just stuck. He's sandwiched into that specific corner right there. And 2 of the players is just gonna rush him down as well. And as I said, 4 vs 2 situation. ENIGMA Gaming, they're gonna go ahead and put up that 6th on the board, and I guess Velocity Gaming, it shouldn't be a problem for them. In a way, it is, but at the same time, we know for a fact that ENIGMA Gaming and their pistol round on the defense is actually pretty good. And the way they held on towards the A-shot position and the A-side as well in general was really good.
And the level of control shown by the side of ENIGMA was really smart as well. The way that they were able to go in for those pushes and catch the side of Velocity off guard just goes to show that they did their homework and they know the plans coming on down from the side of Velocity. And what I really didn't like from the side of Velocity primarily was that they went in for a pure default on the pistol round, and this is something that a team should never do. Opting to go in for default strats on a pistol really does put you down on a massive disadvantage, but at the same time, I think these shots coming on down in from the side of Velocity could just be the difference maker that they needed. And with this, ladies and gentlemen, and with this force buy in particular, Velocity, they could just take this round away. They could just have it all in their favor. Ghost wanted to go in for that swing. Instead, it's going to be Hellfire being able to take them on down with pristine crosshair placement. And with this, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be a 7-6 scoreline, possibly going on down to an 8-6 because Velocity, they're bringing their A game down to the table. And these Vandals are just a lot more weaker when going up in these close proximity fights against these Spectres and of course these Stingers. And Velocity, they just could just take all of this away. And the entirety of ENIGMA, they understand that and they were like, hey, let's just save our guns. We need to go in for proper buys in the following round because this force buy caught us off guard completely.
I mean, that specific Killjoy ultimate, what the hell? This is just a second round of the specific half, and the ultimate was ready from the side of Velocity Gaming. Props to Vibor right here, man. Such a beast, getting all of these skills and, you know, just going ahead and getting that specific ultimate ready for the team, which practically won them that round as well, in my opinion.
Yeah.
If that specific lockdown didn't come in, maybe, you know, ENIGMA Gaming would have the confidence to go ahead and fight it out in that specific retake situation, but it looks like that that's not going to happen, as that ultimate is just going to drive them out. And the decision of going in for the force buy was a very good one as well. So, all in all, good job, Velocity Gaming, whereas ENIGMA Gaming, it's time for you guys to go in for an eco.
Often going for that semi-eco and having those 2 guns to be, you know, those raid bosses for their side at the bare minimum. So they have a little bit of a chance to try and maybe eke out this round just a tiny little bit. But this eco round is not going to be anything easy for the side of ENIGMA, because now moving on down forward, it seems the Velocity, they're opting to go in for a fast aggressive rush down towards over on this B side. They want to go in for that swing. They want to go in for that play. And Marzel, he's going to be popping out that flash and going in for the first initial play. He's going to be able to take down Godvexy, going in to take down Ghost as well. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, the first 2 picks are already done, and B-set control has already been established. Making mid control as well because of the side of MW1. He's going to be able to take down the Boogeyman coming on down in from the bag. And at this point, ladies and gentlemen, the side of ENIGMA, they're all on the back foot. Not much that they can do. Ezzy's going to be good for 1, but Hellfighter's going to be good for the trade instead. And with that, that's going to be the 9-6 scoreline that we expect. And with that first force buy round coming on down from them. It feels as though this eco round is gonna hurt quite a lot for the side of Enigma because now it's a 9-6 scoreline. One more round of Assassin for this to go down onto double digits, and you know what happens when it goes down to double digits here, Assassin.
I mean, Velocity Gaming, if they're going to be able to get that 10th on the board as well, then I guess, yeah, it truly is going to be a bit of a pain for Enigma Gaming as well to make that comeback, because you all know for a fact that Velocity Gaming, once they roll the momentum into their favor as well, then it becomes very, very hard to shake them off that momentum as well. It's going to be a bit bored right now to drop in that specific turret and gain some information. And he's already got information as well. We'll go ahead and relay it to the team that, hey guys, we got a couple of players over towards the B side, so why don't you try and move it over towards A, and there you go. The runner back is going to come in from Hika and he's going to move it over towards the B lobbies and eventually towards the middle position as well, trying to gain information. Oh, he spot anyone out over towards the A shot position? I don't think so, but Badman, he might know for a fact that there is something happening over towards the A shot position as well, so yeah, it's going to be that very easy to try and use the Astral Stars that he has produced over towards the wings. What? Right to Ace?
Spike down, attack.
Oh, that is going to be the spike, and this is going to be trouble for the side of Velocity Gaming, by the way, and Hellfire is going to go ahead and take down Godwexy as well. Hicka, on the other hand, he's going to further peek in and finally die. Yeah, I mean, took a lot of damage, right, with that specific Nanoswarm. And then finally gets taken down, and it's going to be easy and Badman to chime in and then finish it off as well. Putting up the 7th of the board for Enigma Gaming, I guess. Velocity Gaming right now, it's gonna, like, we talked about this, right? Enigma Gaming, if they allow Velocity to just go ahead and put up that 10th on the board as well, then it's gonna be trouble for Enigma overall. So they're just gonna try and hold down the fort, play a little bit more passive, not going a lot aggressive, but yeah, information gathering is fine. Just what Hika did the previous round, right? That was a good move coming out from the side of Enigma Gaming. But I guess now that they have done it, right, Velocity might just expect that. So, you know, you just gotta be a little bit more careful.
The fact that the side of Enigma played it like that was really smart as well. That type of aggressive push coming on down and immediately after taking down the Sentinel basically means that, hey, I can go in for that push. They don't have any information on me, and I can catch them off guard. And with that first initial kill going on down over on the right to Ace, who was just not ready for such an aggressive push to come on down from the side of the defenders, him getting caught off guard basically just set the pace of this match once more in the favor of the side of the defenders. And with this, they should be able to go in for a play. They should be able to find something, but at the same time, the plan does go on through. But is there enough time for Marcel to go in for the proper plan? He's not going to be able to find it, but still, with the denial of the plan going on down through, they tried to go in for that push straight through the Astral Wall, and they're going to pay the ultimate price for it with their own lives. 2 members have gone down from the side of Enigma, and this is just going to hurt a lot more moving on down the line, because now having no Killjoy, having no Phoenix is going to be problematic, but MW1, he was stuck between a rock and a hard place, and both Ghost and Ezzy,
30 seconds.
yeah, they just ripped him up into shreds, taking it back down to a 3 versus 3 situation. With the fast rush coming on down from the side of Velocity, down over onto the B side, they're going to be able to go in for that plan, and they're going to be really happy as well with Hellfire getting another kill.
Not really sure what's up with MW1 today, as he's just missing all of his dashes as well. He's just dashing on towards weird positions, and I guess just going to be a little bit more careful, because that just costed Velocity, that would have costed Velocity that round as well, right? At the same time, the best part is that Velocity, they were quick to come in the call of moving it over towards B as well. So all MW1 had to do was just create a lot of distraction over towards A and keep the players outside of Enigma distracted over towards the A side as well. And that's exactly what he did beautifully. But yeah, today just looks like the MW1 just pressing the dash key a little bit too often and in the wrong direction.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt just a tiny little bit, but at the same time, your Assassin, honestly tell me, what could have MW1 really done in that type of scenario? He was in...
he had a... Did he have a cloud burst?
Nope, he had nothing. He just had a dash, and there was no way he could have gotten out of that. I think that it was a little bit of a judgment call coming on down from the side of MW1. He thought that maybe if I could get that one pick off, I could have gotten a little bit of an advantage for my team, but hey, at the very end of it all, Ghost, he was just a little bit too quick. He was going to be able to survive.
Yeah.
He got that playoff for his own team, but at the same time, look at here.
Yeah, but the thing is MW1, right? He managed to do what he was supposed to. It doesn't really matter. Now the thing is that MW1 this round around though is not going to be able to do what he's supposed to. Get that frag, but what? Marzel? All right then. Well, I guess what? Who should I put that? Who should I give credit for that specific shot? Should I give the credit to the crosshair or should I give credit to Marcel? What an incredible burst fire coming out with that specific classic. And Marcel, good stuff, buddy. The start of Enigma Gaming. Well, lost out that round. It's gonna be the 11th on the board for Velocity, and I guess they're just walking away with the map of Ascent, man.
Okay. Now, in this round in particular, I have to say it's the 11th round on the board already, Assassin, and the fact that Velocity are able to just take away rounds that they have no business winning. Like this last round in particular, there is no way that the side of Velocity should have won out on this one, but at the very end of it all, they were still able to find it, and these are the type of rounds that really causes me to be absolutely astounded and dumbfounded by what Velocity always brings down to the table. Sometimes we always try to analyze these as casters to try and bring the best possible understanding to the match, but sometimes the teams are just so good that even us as casters, that we are casting this, we are watching this very intently to try and break it all down. But the fact that the entirety of Velocity are able to just take away a lot of these rounds in particular in such a beautiful fashion just goes to show that they always have a different strategy on the map every single time, and they're gonna be able to catch their opponents off guard no matter what. But at the same time, it feels as though things could just go horribly wrong, because now the Odin is in the hands of Vexy, but he's not gonna be able to find that Killjoy lockdown, and that's just gonna hurt quite a lot. It's gonna be more going in for that swing. He spots on the head of God Vexy. He's gonna be able to take that one as he goes in for a couple of shots, and because of the vulnerability coming on down, because of the gravity, well, gonna be another kill down from the back end before spots out his own twin sister. And with this, it's already over. Right to Ace, chiming on in, gets a kill down on Izzy, and before he's just gonna make a run for it. He's like, nah, I don't want any of this. I'm not gonna be going in for any of these plays, but I didn't talk the same thing about Right to Ace. He's gonna be going in for that swing. He gets an easy kill down on the bad man, taking him down out, and it's gonna be match point, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on down for the side of Velocity. 12-7 on the scorecards already, ladies and gentlemen. And here is where the real fun is about to start. Will the side of Enigma crumble under the pressure, or will they come on back for a possible overtime and take it down to a 12-12 score?
Right away, he's got himself a double in that specific round, and absolutely love the way he came in with that little bit of a backstab as well, right? Interesting stuff coming out from the side of Velocity Gaming, and I'm still left scratching my head as to where exactly was Vexy trying to spam the Odin. He found the position of the lockdown as well. I mean, there's only like what 2 or 3 positions where you can place the lockdown, and I guess Vexy has played enough to know positions as well. Not really sure what happened right there, but yeah, Enigma Gaming not feeling too great today. And whoa, Hicka, what?
He's still alive?
Yeah, he gets sprayed through the wall, and wow, there you go. Finally gets taken down as well. Velocity Gaming, such titans. My God. Just going ahead and deleting the entirety of Enigma Gaming right now, but at the same time, Enigma Gaming, they've got a lot of ultimates left out in this specific round, by the way. So they might just be able to fight it out once again. All they have to do is figure out where exactly Velocity are trying to move, and Ghost is gonna relay the information that, hey, I spotted out the Astra over towards B, and I guess there is one more player alongside him as well, and nah. Not the right time to go ahead and switch weapons, Ghost.
Okay.
Got Vexy on the other hand, who's just gonna peek out of the smoke, and I guess it's pretty much over, man. A 3 versus 2 situation. Oh, hold on a second. We still have 2 important ultimates left out from the side of Enigma Gaming: the lockdown as well as the cosmic divide. So let's see if the cosmic divide and the lockdown is gonna come in or not. I'm seeing Right to Ace using up the Aldorn in order to grab information, and once he gets it, it's gonna be bored to act on top of that information as well. Never mind, it's gonna be Hellfire to peek in and get the fry, and Right to Ace to pull out the Hunter's Fury as well. 30-7, ladies and gentlemen. As Velocity Gaming, they're gonna go ahead and prove us all wrong. They're gonna tell us that despite the fact that we don't play Ascent much, we still know our ways in and around that specific map.
Yeah, this is Velocity for you, ladies and gentlemen. Doesn't matter if they're at the disadvantage when it comes down to the map. They're always going to be able to come on back stronger every single time. And honestly, look at the scoreboard here, Assassin. Board 24-12. This guy on the Sentinel just absolutely tore through the entire server, and he is just able to take it down step by step and just systematically dismantle the entirety of Enigma. But hey, let's head on down over to the match, yeah. Let's get a little bit of a bird's eye view of this entire match and see exactly what we were missing out so we can give a little bit much more of an in-depth analysis. And Assassin, take it all away. What are your thoughts on this first mission?
So map number one in a sense, right? The thing is that Enigma Gaming, they did start a little slow. Like, I'm not really sure what happened. Them starting off on the attack might just be the case for that specific matter as well. But the thing is that Enigma Gaming today were winning off the fights like we're used to seeing them, right? We see Hikka just exploding onto a particular side, opening up space for the team and just moving in together as a unit. But then Enigma Gaming today, they were not able to do that. Multiple reasons for that. One is definitely the amazing defense coming out from the side of Velocity, but at the same time, Enigma Gaming, I didn't see much of that that heavy utility usage coming out from them as well in order to open up that space over towards a particular side. And yeah, Vibora and Hellfighter, both of them on each sides, they were just fantastic. Vibora over towards A and Hellfighter over towards B. Velocity Gaming, their defense, it just was an absolute beauty to watch, in my opinion. 7 rounds in the defense, and so many rounds Velocity Gaming were able to just retake onto a particular side, despite Enigma Gaming having a lot of utility still in the bag to defend the site in an afterplan situation as well. It's just that Velocity Gaming, they have prepared themselves a little bit too much on all of these maps, and I guess Enigma Gaming, it looks like that today is just not their day, or maybe they're just having a slow start, you know? They are gonna find their groove back in map number 2 and 3, is what I think.
Feels as though I completely agree with you there. Velocity, they were just well prepared for a lot of the strategies coming on down from the side of Enigma, and it felt as though right at the very end of it all, Enigma, they just fell kind of short when it came down to the strat book. They were defaulting back to the same strategies over and over again, and Velocity, they were just ready for it. They had a lot of counter strats already ready. They knew exactly what they needed to do. They constantly switched up their strats depending on the holes that the side of Enigma were bringing down to the table, and this was the difference maker down for their end every single time. It was a really good scoreline right at the very start. 7 and 5, good starting down for both of the sides moving on down forward. But at the very end of it all, it was the side of Enigma constantly going in for these aggressive pushes and not opting to play in for trades. Really did not help them out whatsoever when it came down to a lot of their own defensive holds and a lot of their own aggressive pushes. And that's what's really hurt them a lot moving on down the line. But hey, this is the side of Enigma we are talking about. We know for a fact that this team, their backs have been against the wall multiple times over, and they always come back stronger every single time to bring their A game down to the table and to try and take their opponents off guard every single time. Whenever you do lose out on map number 1, you just come back even stronger on map number 2. And Enigma is one of those teams that are, of course, going to be coming back stronger no matter what happens. And they're always going to be the ones to rush their opponents down and take them off guard every single time. But hey, this was just map number 1, ladies and gentlemen. The side of Velocity, they cannot celebrate just yet because there is still one more map for them to win out to try and take over this entire set. And we're going to be trying to set up that map soon enough. And we're going to be back with you real shortly with the TEC Gauntlet Season 1, powered by WD Black and AMD Ryzen Radiant. We'll catch you in just a little bit. See you in a
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the TEC Gauntlet Season 1, powered by WD Black and AMD Ryzen Radeon. I'm your Assassin 47. Joining me on the desk is Quaint, by the way. And yep, we are back with map number 2. Well, Quaint definitely missed out on the action in map number 1. But man, Quaint, what can I even say? Velocity Gaming, they went ahead and took the victory 30-7, something that we sort of did not expect. I mean, we were expecting ENIGMA Gaming to pick up the map of Ascent so that, you know, this game goes all 3 maps. But it looks like that Velocity Gaming are going to prove us all wrong, and they're going to show us who exactly is the true king. So 30-7, that was map number 1. Now moving on to was the map of Haven, which is picked by Velocity Gaming. So, I mean, Velocity Gaming and Haven, that's a true love story right there. What do you think about the map of Haven, and what are you expecting out of it as well?
Honestly, considering how Velocity managed to take Enigma Gaming on their own home ground, Haven honestly is probably going to be going to Velocity Gaming, don't you think? Because we've seen Velocity on Haven. They are absolute dominating gods on the map of Haven. So really, I'm just waiting to see what's going to be happening. But then again, do you think that the third, map is going to be coming into play though? Do you think Enigma could be pulling a little bit of a sneaky play on us and just like going into the third map?
So the thing is that, right, if you have a look at the agent selection coming out from the side of Velocity Gaming, we're going to be seeing Marzel picking up the Phoenix, MW1 on the Jet, right, 2 is going to be on the Sova, Vibor is going to be playing the Killjoy, and I guess Hellfire should pretty much go in for the Omen or the Astra. Could be the Astra, because on the map of Haven, I guess, yeah, there you go. Astra is a definitely better pick as well. From the side of Enigma, there's going to be the usual setup as well coming out from them as well. I was expecting Batman to go ahead and pick up Cypher, because Cypher definitely comes a lot handy on the map of Haven as well. But at the same time, we know for a fact that Enigma Gaming have been, having Batman on the Killjoy as well on the map of Haven. So I guess it all just works out as well. So it's going to be easy to be on the Omen, Godwexy to be playing the Soa as well, and Hika is going to be on the Phoenix as always. So easy bringing out that Omen is something that I am, keen to witness. Because the thing is that Enigma Gaming, they have been known to, bring a lot of change as well in their entire lineup and just bring in something new every single time. So without further ado, let's quickly jump straight into the match as the match is ready. But before that, guys, just wanted to quickly remind you guys that you guys are watching the TEC Gauntlet Season 1 powered by WD Black and AMD Ryzen Radeon. Check out all the links down in the description below for amazing deals from our sponsors, and also register for Season 2 Qualifier 3 if you guys haven't done so already. Registrations are live. You can find the link down in the description below. Let's quickly jump into the round as we're going to be seeing Velocity Gaming, who are going to move it over towards the C-long position. Hellfire already finding himself the frag on towards easy, and it goes. He's down to 32 points of health. There's no escape for him from that specific area, despite having the dash ready. It is going to be a 2-man advantage right at the bat coming out from the side of Velocity Gaming.
And honestly, the first round super fast as is. Marzel gets to hit a Batman, brings us down to a 2v5 situation. VLD's just popping off again. Assassin, I'm not really sure whether Enigma Gaming is going to be holding their own against Velocity Gaming, although this is the first round of the entire match. I'm not really sure what to call, but then again, VLD's just being super explosive. They're going left, they're going right, and they're getting the kills left, right, and center. solid of Godvexy to maybe get a few kills to save the name for his entire team. But then again, the entire team is back aside. They're just going to be rushing Godvexy, trying to get the kill. But no, Godvexy does manage to get a kill on Vibor. But a right to Ace is going to be the one to take him down. They're just having fun at this point, Assassin. And it's so much fun to watch them having such fun. Like, look at right to Ace. He's just having the time of his life right now. They're just like going left, right, and center, taking control of the side. And Haven being an explosive map that it is going to be easier for Velocity Gaming to like go in super hard, super fast, just get, you know, get individual control of the entire site, just hold it down. You don't have to think it out that much. Now it depends upon whether Enigma Gaming is going to be able to counter strat that, go back instantly to the drawing board in the middle of the match and then try to take it back.
I mean, I don't think so. See, mid-round calls, fine, but then back to the drawing board in the middle of the match, I don't think that's a great idea.
I mean, still though.
Yeah, I completely agree, actually. But yeah, they definitely can make some great mid-round calls, and I guess it's going to be down to the IGL as well to be making those calls as well. So let's hope that Enigma Gaming are going to be able to do that, whereas Velocity Gaming, as is the custom, they've got their SMGs out for round number 2, and they're just taking down the entirety of Enigma Gaming. And they're having a lot of fun doing that as well. It's going to be like 2Ace as always, to be holding on to his spawn, and look at this. He's just going to cut out the rotations. Both of these players will be going down. It's going to be right 2Ace to take both of them down, and Vexy and Hika, they're going to be like, what the hell, man? Right 2Ace, why are you still on the spawn? You know, in normal PUG games as well, you get triggered and you're like, why the hell are you still in the spawn, man?
Exactly, but over here, this is having the time of their lives. This is exactly why I like Velocity Gaming, because they're kind of a family more than a team, you know? They know exactly what the others are thinking, and they bring that out onto the gameplay, onto their gameplay and the field as well, because you see brothers in arms. You don't see individual soldiers, you see brothers in arms, and that is why VLT is as powerful as they are. And Enigma Gaming also puts up like the similar kind of show for us, but at the same time, right now, VLT seems to be outstrutting them, although I can't really call it out as of now. This is 0-2, it's just 2 rounds out of the board for Velocity Gaming, and we're going to be seeing a full buy in the hands of Enigma Gaming, and it all depends upon whether they're going to be able to bring those facts into action. We're going to be seeing a really hard push coming in on B. They're liking that mid push a lot right now, and not a lot of kills, and not any kill has gone down. And A Rush instead is going to be coming in, and the flash is going to be pulled out by the wrong time by Marshall. Doesn't mean he's going to be paying for it. It's going to be going down. Let's see if Godvex is going to be able to get that kill, but no, MW1 is going to be picking up that kill instead. Ghost, on the other hand, does get an equal trade and takes out 4-3 situation, and 50 seconds with a clock to play around with. The bomb plant can go down at any point, but HellF does manage to get a kill on easy. Batman trades him out instantly though. 2v2 situation, they're a little bit confused. Velocity has to understand where they're going to be pushing, because they don't really know which site is not being held down by Enigma Gaming, and even C is going to be held down by Batman. Once that plan comes out, Batman's going to be that sneaky boy himself, the boogeyman. He's going to be getting that kill just like so. Gets MW1 down and out for the action. 1v2 situation, Assassin.
Oh, there you go, right 2Ace. I thought that he might just be able to connect that to the face of Batman, but nah, Batman had the better positioning, and he knew exactly Ace might be coming in from. So it is going to be Enigma Gaming to go ahead and put up their first round of the board in their full buy round. It was just nothing but a bonus for the side of Velocity Gaming. So yeah, Enigma Gaming, good stuff right there, putting up that first, and we're expecting you to put up that second one on the board as well. Tie things up. Maybe take the lead as well from the hands of Velocity Gaming. Velocity Gaming, not to forget, they're on the attack side, guys. And yeah, you know what? Haven is an attacker side of map. Velocity Gaming, them being the masters of the map with Haven, I guess they might just be able to close out the half in a better way. But I love the aggression coming out from the side of Enigma Gaming. Dude, Batman and Easy are just pushing up, which was a C-long position. And I'm absolutely loving this, by the way. So much information, and now they know for a fact that Velocity Gaming are in and around the middle and the A side as well. All they have to do is just hold on over towards the garage position, the B side and the A side completely.
But emphasis to the hold on over. I'm not really sure if Enigma Gaming should be doing that, because they're being super aggressive. They're hungry for the kills. They're hungry for the wins, and they want those wins to come to them. But at the same time, Velocity's doing the same thing. MW1 just rushes into side and gets that kill on Godvexy, and Godvexy is one of the key members of Enigma Gaming, mind you. Without that information is not going to be coming in from the Sova, and they're not going to be able to retake it that well. But then again, it's Ghost holding that heaven position. All he has to do is make that Marshall count, and doesn't miss the first shot, tries to go in for the second. position, but he misses that too. Doesn't really matter though, because his teammates are going to be there to back him up. Batman is going to be holding that, you know, defender spawn position, trying to look for any window for opportunity that he can find to walk in onto side and just start popping heads. But then again, 2v4 situation already, because Vibor takes down Ghost from Heaven over there, and that Sentinel on top over there, that Guardian from the top is gone, and Easy is going to be picking up exit frags, and he manages to do that because MW1 has no idea, but now Velocity knows that Easy's there, but Easy picks up another kill, damaging them just a teeny tiny bit more. And like you said, Assassin, this is kind of an attacker-sided map. So even if Velocity Gaming are getting their wins in, they're doing, Enigma Gaming is doing a hell of a lot of damage. So like the memes go, that is a lot of damage. And if they keep their economy up like that, Assassin, it's gonna be easy for them. So what do you think?
Oh man, I just imagined that meme template. It just came right in front of my eyes. That's a lot of damage.
It is.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I mean, you know, good stuff coming out from the side of Easy, but more than that, I guess, Velocity Gaming, right? Well, they got the third round of the board, and he is going to force Enigma Gaming to go down to the pistols as well for this specific round. Hellfire is just going to fall back. He's going to bunny hop his way in towards the Cubbies, and maybe he's just going to go into the Astral Palm, play some stars, and try and distract these players from side of Enigma over towards the C side. Maybe he's just going to try and become the ghoster for the side of his team, because apparently it looks like that the C side is not what Velocity is aiming for. Like, Hellfighter is just holding out of the fort over there, and maybe he might just come in with a late lurk or a backstab. But yeah, right now this is going to be Enigma Gaming to once again going aggressive, peeking aggressive, whereas Marzel is going to get the frag on towards Ghost over towards the B side. And with that, the avenue over towards B has been opened up. This is going to be Godwexy to be spotting out with 4. Down to 68 points of health, Godwexy. He needs to run away, and he needs to try and regroup with his team for the specific retake attempt. Easy is going to find himself a beautiful Phantom, by the way, so he's going to try and move it over towards the back of the side and try and take down Marzel as well. But Marzel might just be able to get the frag instead, but no, Easy down to 22 points of health. Taking down Marzel, and I guess right to Ace and Vibor, both of them are going to find themselves a frag each at the exact same time, which makes it the 4th round of the board for Velocity, and I guess Enigma Gaming finally can go in for that full buy.
Honestly, what I'm liking about Velocity right now is not even their, you know, strategies or just going in for simple takes. They're going in over to whichever side they're going in. They're not going in for rotates much. They're committing to whichever side they're going in from, but they're going in as a team, and that is why they're not being able to stop. Enigma Gaming is not being able to stop Velocity, and it doesn't really matter much, because you gotta understand when your opponents are a team like Velocity and they're pushing in together as a team. You don't take them head on. You fall back, you regroup, you come in with your teammates, and you bring your own cavalry, which is what exactly what Velocity is doing. But Enigma Gaming is falling short just a little bit. Not the bad. Ghost is gonna be, I'm not Ghost. Like one player is gonna be going down, but Ghost is trying to get those kills up. But no, MW1 is gonna be just denying that. He's gonna be like, no Ghost, no, not today. I'm gonna be getting those kills instead. Brings it down to a 2v4 Assassin, and MW1 looking for another. Gets a 3K, looking for the final 2. He has a rough idea as to where they're gonna be, where he's gonna be. Easy is gonna be holding that heaven position. MW1 knows that and is gonna be going in for that 4K. Beautiful stuff by Velocity Gaming, but like I said, they're going in as a cavalry. They're going in as a unit, and Enigma Gaming also has to fall back as a unit. Get one frag maybe, but don't overextend. They're overextending and they're losing economy, and they're losing their hopes in rounds too. So again, Velocity kind of have to fall back when you have to fall back.
Strategically beautiful execute over towards the A side, isn't it? I mean, Velocity Gaming once again moving over towards A, grab control, get the round into their bag, and I guess Enigma Gaming kind of strengthen up their defense over towards A as well as C. These are the two sides that, you know, Velocity Gaming are gonna try and move in aggressively for starters, but then they always come in with insane mid-round calls, and that is exactly what Velocity are known for as well, for their aggressive mid-round calls.
Yeah, true. Anyway, we're going to see the next round come into play, Assassin. 1 point on the scoreboard, and Velocity Gaming is looking super strong. And they're just getting kills left, right, and center. It's just super easy for them, and it's barely an inconvenience. They're just getting round after round. But then again, attacker side of the map, it all depends upon how Enigma is going to be answering back on the attacker side themselves. As opposed to that, he's going to be going down again to Marzel. Then Velocity as an entire team, as an entire unit, are going to be picking up kills left, right, and center. All in a bad man to get at least 1 kill to save this eco round for themselves. They don't have the economy to bring the heavy guns out, to bring the big guns out, but they're going to be trying to do as much damage as they can. And this round in particular was not that great because they couldn't do a lot of damage, but nonetheless, I'm waiting to see what Enigma is going to be doing on the attack because they're not a team to be discounted as well. There's a reason why they're up there on the group standings, and both of these top tier teams going up against each other is something that we've been waiting to see, right, Assassin? So it depends upon how Enigma is going to be answering back at this point.
I mean, the top two going up against each other sort of is going to be the decider as well on who exactly is the true king or the true mastermind in terms of holding the first spot. And I guess VLT for now is doing a fantastic job at that as well. Easy, on the other hand, is gonna get the frag on towards Hellfighter, and I guess Enigma Gaming, they've got enough information, but at the same time, not to forget, Marzil is coming back over towards the spawn, and he might just be heard out as well by Ghost. Right to Ace, on the other hand, moves in over towards the side, takes out Badman, and it's all now the right to Ace in a 1 versus 4. Make it a 1 versus 3 now as he does get the frag on towards Easy. A minute left, right to Ace. He's got to go ahead and pick up the spike, which is dropped outside of the spawn of the attacker spawn, of course, and he has to face off 2 of the angry players from the side of the game as well. One is going to be below the windows, and one is going to be inside of the windows as well. So yeah, it's going to be Ghost to find that frag and put up the second on the board for Enigma, but Velocity Gaming, a lot more disjointed execute over towards B, in my opinion. They could have, made it a little bit better, but it's completely fine. It's the prowess coming out from the side of Enigma Gaming, actually, to just move in aggressive, get a lot of information. On top of that, run it back coming in from Hikka as well, allowing Ghost to easily move in over towards the A lobbies and eventually towards the middle position as well to catch the spike.
True, and in my opinion, it's a good idea to have that Sentinel up, down on mid. Like, you keep your turrets there, you get all the information you want, because it's such a wide opening, and it gives you such an opening for the attackers to come in and kill you down. So the fact that MW1 just gets that kill on Hikka. Hikka, what were you doing there? There were so many whips coming in, and MW1 just took advantage of that, and he gets a kill. A couple of kills going down at the side of Enigma. Enigma Gaming a little rusty today, Assassin. I'm not really sure, but what I was saying is I like the fact that they're putting up their Sentinel Delmate to get all the information they need, but they're not capitalizing on that information. And VLT, however, they're coming in with a storm, they're coming in with that rushes, and Enigma Gaming is just left scratching their heads. And they kind of have to pick up the information a little bit more and try to understand how to counter that, how to fall back at the right time and go in at the right time. Because yeah, you have a lot of abilities, and Godvex, he's a god of that information broker, Sova. You can get so much information and use your Hunter's Theory at the same time, and you can do so much, and I know that they can, but it's just that they're falling short on the communication, the coordination part a little bit. Their synergy is lacking a teeny tiny bit in the spiciness of it, and you could do a little bit better. But at the same time, it's Enigma Gaming we're talking about. They could come up with a comeback at any given time, Assassin.
Yes, that might just be the case. Badman right now is going to try and get himself some frags as well as Godvexy. So both of them found themselves a kill each, whereas before going to see down Badman. I guess Godvexy might just be taken down. Down 23 points of health. Barely going to survive, and yeah, there you go, he does. So yeah, Godvexy is going to be able to save up that specific rifle. I guess the rest of the players from Star of Enigma are going to be going down. It's going to be 7-2, by the way. 7 rounds already on the board for Velocity Gaming, and I guess Enigma Gaming, it's finally time for them to come up with a fitting reply. It is going to be Ghost to pull out that operator and, place himself over towards the A-long position. So let's see if MW1 and Mars will be able to escape out of here or not.
Ghost is going to be going for a cheeky peek again, but they know exactly where Ghost holds his own, which is why that Gravity Bell was going to be coming in to just disorient Ghost a little bit. But now Ghost knows that there are a lot of players from Velocity down on A, and he has to give that information out, and the rotate has to come in. But VLT are taking their own sweet time to push into sight, and their smokes are coming in. They're going to be going in for that execute, but once they rush in as a team, there's not much that Enigma Gaming can do, because Velocity is going to be going in for those kills. The lockdown is going to be coming in to disorient them a little bit. They're going to be falling by, but no, Hikka that's actually going to kill him. But Marzla, on the other hand, is going to be taking Ghost down. 3v3 situation, ladies and gentlemen. An entire bloodbath is going to be coming onto our screens right now. All down to Badman to take the round out, but that was such a rush out round where Velocity just got pulled left, right, center. Badman does manage to get a kill, and he has to get another to clutch it out, and he does! Beautifully done by Badman. He remained calm in the face of adversity, Assassin. And this is exactly what I like from Enigma Gaming. Even though they're tensed up, even though they're backed into a corner, they know how to stay calm and they know how to get those kills. But it's the same for Velocity, which is why we're seeing 3-7 on the scoreboard right now. But then again, we can see, like I said, we can see a comeback at any time from Enigma Gaming. And at the same time, it is kind of an attacker-sided map. But given that, that being said, Velocity's executions are just so saucy.
Well, you know what? The best part is that when the boogeyman strikes, he strikes hard. And that's exactly what Badman did, right?
Yep.
Came in with a beautiful backstab, got himself a triple without even making a single noise whatsoever. A true hitman indeed. But yeah, I mean, Badman, an amazing retake right there, buddy. All by himself. Gets himself a triple, gets around, and the operator saved as well. Badman, on the other hand, once again has started things off in this specific round. He's going to take down his nemesis. That's going to be Vibhor going down, whereas Marzel takes down Hika, and there comes the trade coming in from Hellfire as well. So, yeah, right to Ace, on the other hand, to take down Wexy, I guess, and it's going to be a 3 versus 3 situation. Very slow approach coming out from the side of Velocity Gaming. And it's quite understandable as well, right? Both the teams have lost 2 players each. And with Ghost eyeing with the operator over towards the garage position as well as the C-Links, maybe you're going to be seeing Batman walking over with the double. Oh, right to Ace. What are you doing, buddy? How can you just jump your way into the side like that? You can. You have to check the corners. You have to have some sort of an intel. It's going to be MW1 to pick up the rifle. Now the Phantom is going to come in and we're going to be... What?
Huh?
Coordination, hello. Well, anyways, it is going to be Ghost to switch to the classic and take care of Hellfire. But MW1, what? I mean, he heard the player over towards the A-Links and moving into the side, right? I'm not really sure what's up, but
Not
anyways.
even, yeah, dude, it's not even about that. A-Links lead that. He came all the way around and he fired a few rounds and missed MW1. It must have whizzed past his ears, Assassin. I have no idea. I didn't notice that. Was he not sure about which direction that came from? Was he thinking that it was coming from ceiling? I don't know. But at the same time, MW1 had a little bit of an F moment. Honestly, one of my friends honestly has probably his headphone, his Bluetooth headphone might have disconnected. I mean, his wireless headphone might have disconnected. It's happened to the best of us. Could have happened. Nonetheless, that was kind of a highlight moment over there. I'm not really sure what happened. And anyway, 4-7 on the scoreboard, ladies and gentlemen. And Velocity Gaming are going to be coming in for the storm with ultimates popping up left, right, and center. Even Marzel comes in with his ultimate, but doesn't manage to land a kill because he's going to be holding his own. He's going to be popping off. He's going to be getting that kill. Takes down the actual Marzel too, but MW1 and Hellfighter are going to pick up kills for themselves, but the Boogeyman himself is just going to be activating himself, gets killed left, right, and center before gets a beautiful top game on Hika. Hika is going to be paying dearly for it, but still it's a 1v2 situation, Assassin. It's all up to Vibhor to clutch out this round, and the spike is not in his hands. The round is not in his favor, and Badman is holding an off, and you know what that means. Vibhor is going to be going down from the long area from Badman's operator bullet, just piercing through his chest.
Badman, how much more damage is he going to keep doing on the side of Velocity Gaming?
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, okay, never mind. Not gonna bring that up again. But to be honest, right, Badman is sitting at 13 frags, guys. He's the only player from the team onto double digits, and sort of shows the entire contrast as well, right? Like Badman going ahead and fragging out as a sentinel. Imagine him on something like a duelist or a controller.
Exactly. Like, he's so good in like this in his situational awareness. He's so good with thinking on the spot, and at the same time he's good with his aim, and that is not something that you get to see every day. And it just reminds me of a little bit of keep forgetting his name. I'm gonna remember the name and I'm gonna tell you later. I'm very sure you know who I'm talking about, the Astra player that I love, but nonetheless he's very much like that. He like knows how to think on his feet and he knows how to get the kills. But look at this, Marzel's gonna be getting a couple of kills for himself, and it's already down to a 1v3 situation, Assassin. Blackhawk, yeah, Blackhawk is the name I was searching for, yeah. But thanks nonetheless. 1v3 situation over here, Assassin, and not looking that great for Badman right now. And like I said, Vibhor is going to be coming into the cheeky flank. Not something that Badman could have expected, but at the same time, it's just a pistol round of the second half. You can't really pull a lot from this, and all you're looking for right now is some aggression and some money. And that money is going to be going into the hands of the defender. It's going to be going into the hands of Velocity Gaming. And although I'd like to say that this is kind of an attacker-sided map, the 8th round is going to be coming out of the board for Velocity, and if they have the money to go on with it, they're going to be going in for Spectre buys, and there's not a lot that Enigma Gaming can do close quarters. And considering how this is more of a wider and a narrower map, like a wide map, but then in lengthwise, like you don't have a lot of room to work with, you have to take close range fight, though, so the Spectre is going to be reigning supreme.
So yeah, MW1 moving over towards the middle position right there. Oh, that's a great positioning right there. Yeah, MW1 might just be able to walk away with multiple frags right now. It is going to be God2xe to be his first prey. And yeah, I guess he might just be able to get himself another one. It's easy, right? With the over towards the garage doors. So yeah, two of the players from side of Enigma are over towards the A long position as well. It's going to be Marzel to just peek in at the exact same time to take down Ghost. Hika, on the other hand, takes down Marzel. A good trade, but now it's time for Hika to try and get himself the Sheriff as well, which is dropped right in front of his eyes. And ooh, I guess he's going to be able to pick it, but unfortunately with 2 HP, we're not going to be able to do anything. Easy, in the meantime, with all the distraction being provided by his comrade over towards the A side, he's going to manage to get the spike down over towards C. But I guess his IQ plays are not going to work against MW1 as MW1. He saw that coming. He saw Easy trying to move in over towards the garage and eventually come in from the ceilings position as well to just cut off the rotations and take down the players trying to come in for this retake. The 9-5 is Velocity Gaming. 9th round of the board, and I guess that was a pretty good eco coming out from the side of Enigma Gaming because they got 2 kills and the spike down as well, so it's pretty good.
True, and they didn't even buy that many guns. Like, it was just like classics all around, wasn't it? And yeah, that's actually pretty good considering how there are respecters all across the entirety of Velocity Gaming. But what we have to take into consideration, Assassin, is that there are 9 points on the side of Velocity Gaming. Now, that's not that far off from the 5 on Enigma, but that also means that they have to claw their way through from the bottom that much harder to get the win. And yeah, you can put up a lot of strategies here. You can put up a lot of smokes and get cheeky angles left, right, and center. But Enigma Gaming, they're not really doing as much as I'd like to see. And that Omen could put up so many smokes. I would have really liked to see Astra on this map laid out by Enigma Gaming because Astra is really, really overpowered on this map. But then, look at that. The guns are going to be singing. God2xe makes that gun sing because MW1 goes a little too aggressive and gets taken down by God2xe, but Velocity is going to be answering back. As Zabor and Marzel are going to be taking up kills on individually positioned Enigma Gaming players, and God2xe gets taken down by Hellfighter again. 2v4 situation, Assassin, and the coordination is not something that I'm getting to see. Batman has a spike, but he has to get the kill on Hellfighter, but no, Hellfighter is going to be taken down. Hika doesn't even have the spike. All he can do is get fragged, and that turret is going to be popping off, tagging him out just a little bit. Just a tiny bit, and bringing him down to 95 points of health. Now, the entirety of Velocity knows exactly where they are, and look, that's going to be going up again. So it all depends upon how he's going to be able to manage those exit frags. But if he manages to get all 3 kills, Assassin, it's going to be one for the big books, and it's also going to be one for their confidence. Because if you don't get this round for yourself, you're going to be losing your guns, and you're going to be forced into a hard eco, and the next few rounds are going to be on the side of Velocity.
Hika, up to a 1 versus 3 situation. Not gonna be able to do much. It's gonna be a bit bored to take him down. With that, Velocity Gaming secure double digits, guys. 10-5. Well, they're looking pretty good on the defense of Haven. I expected Enigma Gaming to just pop off on the attack, by the way. Not gonna lie. I thought Enigma Gaming, with all of that aggression that they've shown over towards the defense side, right? I thought maybe that is all just gonna be added up in towards the attack as well, but it looks like that it's just a defense show for Enigma. The attack, they're not able to do much.
I'm not really sure what's going to be happening, but nonetheless, Enigma Gaming still has a legacy to hold up onto, and they're still having their position really cemented up there in the group standing. So there's not much out of fear, right? But they're trying to show exactly who's the top dog. They're trying to show Velocity that they can be fragging too, but they're failing a little bit in that department. It might be just a rusty day, but they're giving it their all. But then again, so are Velocity, and that is what I'm loving. Because Velocity is coming in with such aggressive plays that Enigma Gaming is not being able to read through those. Look at that. They're falling back at the right time. They're coming in at the right time. They're getting the kills at the right time. That is exactly what is Velocity Gaming. Timing, precision timing is what Velocity is all about. But however, Ghost is going to be picking up one cheeky kill on there, and Batman tries to go in for a garage take, but no, MW1 just 180s and denies him, and he's just like, you know what, I don't care where you're coming from, I know where you are. And he gets that kill. MW1 is going to be pulling out his Blade Storm, trying to get a few kills, but let's see if he's going to be able to manage to do that. Marzel is going to be trying to support it, but no, MW1 Easy. And Easy's gonna be picking up that kill instead because that missed Blade Storm was honestly the confidence breaker, and he had to get that gun back in his hand. He had no idea where Easy was gonna be pushing from. Easy looking sneaky, trying to get another kill on right to Ace, but right to Ace being right to Ace is gonna be picking that kill up Assassin, putting the 11th run onto the board for Velocity Gaming and putting the confidence booster round on for Velocity Gaming. And this also means that Enigma Gaming is going to be a little tight in the chest. They're going to be a little backed up. They're going to be like, you know what, we can't afford to lose any more rounds, or we're going to be in a tight spot and this match is going to be lost. But we know we are top dogs. We have to show them who top dogs are. And 5-11 is not a bad score to be doing a comeback from, but Enigma Gaming today are looking a little disjointed, but Velocity looking super strong. I feel like are going to be taking the win, Assassin.
You know what? I guess Enigma Gaming should just go all cylinders in this specific round. They should just go ahead and force by this round as well, whatever they can get. I mean, they can't afford to let VLT get on a match point, because if that happens, then this match is going to be pretty much over. Looks like that Hellfighter might just be playing inside of that smoke, and he's going to get himself multiple kills. There you go. He's going to recover all of these stars, and Easy's going to go in for the blunt. We are going to be seeing Hellfighter taking down Godwexy, and with that, we're going to be seeing Hellfighter getting himself another one, looking for the final kill as well. On towards Easy, but now Ghost comes in from the main position, and MW1 is going to try and take down Easy. That is definitely going to happen. It's going to be down to Ghost in a 1 versus 3. Well, he's got no idea where the players are. He's going to try and find everyone one-on-one, and what the hell? Just gets himself a double in a 1 versus 1 situation against MW1. He might just be able to win it out. Ghost, he might just be able to do it. Because MW1 is so critically low, and look at this angle. Look at this angle. Held onto by Ghost. He's going to be able to take down MW1, but MW1, he goes in for a wide peek. Then Ghost might just be able to get this done, but no, Ghost. He's going to go ahead and get himself a quad to put up the 6th on the board for Enigma. And Velocity Gaming, they are gonna just bang their heads on the table right now.
I mean, is he a ghost? Is he a phantom? We'll never know, and neither will Velocity, because he came and he struck like a viper, and they did not see him coming, Assassin. That is exactly why he calls himself ghost, because you never know when he's going to be striking. You never know where he's coming from. Like, Velocity was so confused when he came in, got one kill, got right to Ace, who was in his owl drone, and little did he know that Ghost, being the sneaky little guy he is, was going to be pushing up and he's going to be killing him. But beautifully done by Ghost. But that's not it yet. That's not over. The fight's not over. You got to pick up a few more rounds. Otherwise, Enigma Gaming is going to be suffering for it, because that is 6-11 on the board, and it's still a really, really hard comeback. But Enigma Gaming looking super strong right now, are getting the initial frag. They're using the abilities to block out the site, block out the vision, and they're getting proper control of site. Now they have proper control of the site, and they've got to hold it down, but no. Before being impatient, drops down, gets a kill and goes, but it's going to be instantly traded up by Vexy. Now, was that trade worth it? We'll never know. Or will we, in the few seconds that are going to be coming up? Assassin, what do you think is going to be happening?
I guess this round might just be the round where Velocity go ahead and pick themselves at the match point. But oh, hold on a second, Hicka, he's here to prove me wrong, but no, MW1 has the better angle and the positioning as well. So it's going to be MW1 with a triple to put up the match point for the side of Velocity Gaming. And Hicka, nice try, buddy, not gonna lie. Amazing stuff.
Exactly, nice try to the entire Enigma at that. Like, I'm seeing really good stuff, but they're becoming a bit too aggressive. Like, they're taking proper executes, right? They're going out onto the sites, and they're blocking up vision, their smokes, and they're holding the site down really well. But these fights that they're taking individually are totally unwarranted. You don't have to do that. You just have to hide and play defensive once you have the site under your control. You're just gonna wait for the retake to come in and get those kills, but no, Enigma is being a little too aggressive. Now see, I'm not judging. Like, you can get away with that with other teams, but it's Velocity we're talking about. We know how good the retakes are gonna be, and they're gonna be coming as a team. And Enigma Gaming, you can't just keep doing that, right? You're just gonna be able to hold the sights down and give it back. But look at that, Marzel is gonna be proving me wrong. Instead, he's gonna be the aggressor, and he's gonna be going in for that kill, but no, he gets taken down instantly by Enigma Gaming. And let's just see what is going to be happening, because really, at this point, Velocity is one man down, and they have gone into that overconfidence zone maybe just a little bit, because they have that 12th run onto their side, and they know that all they have to do is take it easy, and any one of those rounds that they get is going to be for them. He gets a beautiful kill on Badman, right to Ace, being the god that he is, but Hicka is going to be instantly trading him out. Beautifully done, Hicka. 3v4 situation, and a super hard aggression is going to be coming from Enigma Gaming, and Hicka does get a kill on MW1. A 2v2 situation already. Vibor tries to get the kill and Easy, but no. I mean, he tries to get the kill on Ghost, but Ghost is going to be dashing out. That, honestly, That dash came in clutch, and that is what saved him. Still 2v2 situation that the pipeline is going to be going in. But God Vixie has other plans. He's going to be going with that ultimate to get that kill. But no, Ghost has his back, gets that kill on Vibor. He has to get one more kill to put this round onto his board. And it's not going to be that hard. And I'm very sure Enigma Gaming is going to be getting that kill. As Ghost proves me right, gets that kill on Hellfighter, puts the 7th round onto the board for Enigma Gaming. Really, really hard fought assassin. Although it's 7-12 right now, I'm kind of guessing that we might see an overtime coming into play.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, Enigma Gaming, all they have to do is just keep doing what they did the previous round as well. It was a very good round from the side of Enigma Gaming, but at the same time, I just want to go ahead and appreciate what Vibor did in that specific round. So basically, if you guys didn't notice, right, Vibor, he went ahead and got himself a double onto the side. He saw Ghost as well, but instead of just taking that fight and dying, right, he bunny hopped his way back towards the defense had spawn.
Exactly.
Kept himself alive. You know why? There's a specific reason why. Because he had to put down that lockdown. And that could have been a very, very important round and a winning moment for Velocity Gaming as well. So props to Vibor for doing that, by the way. Like, these are things that most of the people might not notice, but that was an amazing move coming out from Vibor. Right now, it looks like the right to waste. Being the last player left out from the side of Velocity is going to try and take down some players. He's going to take down Wexy as well. Good job, right to waste. Making sure that he's, going ahead and dishing out damage onto the side of Enigma Gaming. But to be honest, Enigma Gaming, them putting up the 8th round on the board as well, they will have enough money to go in for a full buy. And they are going to bring out that full buy as well. The same is going to be said from the side of Velocity Gaming as well. So, yeah, full buy coming out from both the sides. This round is going to be very important for the side of Enigma Gaming, by the way. Round number 21. It's going to be the round where they have to, prove their mettle. To take down Velocity Gaming, and if they can just get that 9th on the board as well, then it's going to be trouble for Velocity Gaming because their economy is going to be a little shaken. But Marshall, a lot of damage, by the way. Ghost is down to what, barely 5 HP or something like that. And I guess there is MW1 holding close. He's going to find himself the frag on towards Zika. That's Zika going down. And I guess Ghost is very low, but right to Ace is going to be the one to take him down. It is going to be right to Ace and MW1 to hold on over towards the B side and get the 13th out of the board. Amazing hold coming out from them, especially Marcel with that aggression. And to dish out so much damage on towards Ghost as well. Good job, Velocity Gaming, as they finish out this specific best of 3, 2-0, and a 13-8 victory on the map of Haven as well.
Yes, Assassin, and that was hard fought as well because they tried their best to put out the best show for us, and Enigma Gaming gave it their all, but a little too aggressive and for my liking, but still really well done by both teams. But Velocity Gaming just had their coronation on Pine today, and towards the end, they started slipping up a teeny tiny bit where they got a little bit too confident. They were like, you know what, we just got to go there and get those kills. But nonetheless, congratulations to Velocity Gaming on taking the win and keeping your place up there on the leaderboard. Your winning streak has still not gone yet, but Enigma Gaming streak has. It's ended, and now that reign of terror from both these teams have come to an end because Enigma's has, but then Velocity's hasn't. But at the same time, let's see if Velocity's going to be able to keep that up. Are they going to be the top dogs that we've all been waiting for? Are they going to be there at the top throughout the entirety of Gauntlet?
Well, to be completely honest, Velocity Gaming, they practically went ahead and proved us all that they are looking to get that name back for themselves as well. The undefeated champions 2021, just like in 2020. Well, especially in the TEC tournaments, they definitely haven't been defeated yet for now. They've got themselves all the 7 games won out for themselves, and it's going to be a very proud moment back at the VLT bootcamp as well. But yeah, let's just quickly go ahead and, cue in the match highlights as well, see what exactly is coming out from the side of Velocity Gaming for the map of Haven and how exactly Enigma Gaming tried their level best to get the win on the map of Haven as well. So Quain, why don't you go ahead and take it over?
Honestly, I was seeing a lot from both sides. There was a mix of emotions coming out from my side because Enigma Gaming, towards the beginning, they were trying to be a little aggressive to find out how Velocity Gaming was going to be playing, which is a good thing in my opinion. But at the same time, towards the middle of the match, once you figure out how they're going to be playing, and they were holding really defensive angles, Velocity was going in as a team. They were going in as a unit. They were holding proper angles, and they were doing it as a team. Now, Enigma Gaming, once they saw that, they should have been falling back, and they should have been regrouping and coming back in as a team. But no, they were taking individual one-on-one fights, which might prove useful at times, but not every time. So they gave their all. Look at that. Like, these backstabs coming from, like, easy, those flanks did give a lot, put up a lot of damage. If I'm not wrong, this is where I made that joke. That's a lot of damage. But nonetheless, even though they were doing that, they were dishing out a lot of damage. Velocity Gaming just outclassed them in strategies. And that is what we need, don't we? Like, if you're not going to be doing that, the kills that you get individually don't really matter. And I'm not throwing any shade on Enigma Gaming over there. Like, they did a beautiful job at that. But against Velocity Gaming, they just fell short a teeny tiny bit. They should have been a little together. And that's all that I'm going to say, Assassin. What do you think?
Enigma Gaming, right off the bat from map number 1 as well, they haven't been looking that great today. I'm not really sure what's up, but it looks like that they aren't putting a lot of efforts into this specific match as well. They're just trying to, relax a little bit, try and maybe just play out their defaults. And I'm not really sure what's up. I mean, Enigma Gaming, I know for a fact that they're a lot better than this, and we all know what they can do as well. There should be some sort of a strategy behind this specific play as well against Velocity Gaming, but you never know. I mean, Enigma Gaming, we know for a fact that they're a team that haven't lost out a single match in the Gauntlet till now, but finally they did today against Velocity Gaming, so maybe it was just a smart move, or maybe it's just that Velocity Gaming are a lot better, man. And obviously, we know for a fact that Velocity Gaming are a lot better, so props to them for taking that victory as well. Velocity Gaming, congratulations to go ahead and get that match against Enigma Gaming as well. We're going to be seeing more from you guys as well in the playoffs. But yeah, before signing it all off, we know for a fact that we have a lot of analysis to do. And for that, we're going to get our boy Aggressive back into the desk as well and on towards the analyst desk. We go after a short break and some messages from our sponsors. So did you guys go anywhere? We'll be right back.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Down over to the analysts of the TEC Gauntlet Season 1, powered by W back at AMD Ryzen Radiant. Honestly, here, guys, it was an intense matchup. That is for sure down for both of these teams. Map number 1 and also map number 2. An incredible showing, that is for sure. But before we do get into the nitty-gritty, let's head on down over to the map feeder screen to get a little bit of a visual representation of the scores one more time before we try and break down a lot of these matchups. So I'm gonna ask Quaint first. What do you think happened in map number 1, and how do you feel about the match?
Honestly, I wish I could have been a part of map number 1. So I'm not really sure what happened there. 13-7 is not a score that I would have expected from the likes of Enigma Gaming. And 13-8 on the second map at Racer is again not a score that I expected from Enigma Gaming. Like Velocity, we know they're super strong. We know their strategies are nice. We know their strategies are airtight. And we know what they can pull off on the field. But at the same time, Enigma Gaming is also a team that can go toe-to-toe with the likes of Velocity Gaming. So the thing is, I feel like it may or may not have come down to the group standings, my guy. Like, to be honest, they're safely locked into the top 4, and they know they've got nowhere to go. I think they were playing it a little bit chill, just like reserving their energies for the final game, the playoffs, where they're going to be hitting the hardest, and then we're going to be seeing exactly what Enigma Gaming is capable of. But at the same time, I want to point out how well Velocity Gaming handled this entire thing. Like, they were calm, collected. They didn't even put a lot of energy in, but they put the right amount of energy in. And that is what I like about Velocity Gaming. It's so beautifully done.
Now, give us your thoughts about map number 1 here, Assassin.
I mean, Enigma Gaming, right? As I said, today, in terms of the Frank department, they were not looking at that top, right? Like you would basically see Hika just popping off alongside Ghost as well. Both of these players would just go in, open up stuff for the team, and they would just take the site and plant the spike as well. But today, that wasn't the case. Enigma Gaming, they just weren't looking like the beasts they are, and after the loss on Ascent, I thought that they might just be able to bring it back on the map of Haven. And they even started making a comeback as well. But then Velocity Gaming, they just brought it all back. They're just way too good. And we know for a fact that they are really good on the map of Haven as well. I mean, you guys are going to be able to see a lot of movements in the series highlight right in front of your screens. But yeah, on the map of Ascent, I thought that Enigma Gaming, their attack was not at all that great. Like I expected Enigma Gaming to do a lot better, and in my opinion, they do a lot better as well. Today, it looks like that they were just trying out something different, or it looked like that the sync and that coordination is it just isn't there.
Yeah, I completely agree with you there. It felt as though there was a massive disconnect between a lot of the players from the side of Enigma. Normally, they're always a lot more well coordinated, because primarily what we saw on map number 1 was a lot of individual plays coming on down from the players, but when it came down to team play and strategy, it was just not as present as you would have expected. They were all pretty much doing their own thing all over the map. They were not really going in for plays that would benefit each other. They were only going in for plays that would benefit themselves, and that's primarily why I feel as though Enigma, they felt kind of a little bit too short down in the long run. But at the same time, let's just talk a little bit more about the star players in your eyes. And I'm going to start with you, Wayne, this time around. Who was your star player for map number 1, and why do you think they are the star players in your eyes?
Honestly, from the side of Enigma, I could have pulled out a lot of names, but at the same time, I don't really want to be doing that right now because Enigma Gaming looked a little shortcoming right now. Velocity, on the other hand, I'm not really sure. It's the entire teams on the both sides. When it comes to these top tier teams, right, I can't really choose because they're all so good in their own individual ways, and they fulfill their roles oh so beautifully. So for the side of Enigma Gaming, right, instead of pulling out my favorite players, what I want to say is, if I'm right, we can all go speculating as to why they didn't play up to the mark today, because we've seen them playing so much better before. Even Assassin has, you have, I have. We've seen Enigma Gaming, and we've seen what they can actually pull off aggressive. But today was just not their day. I feel like if I'm right, if what I said is right, and there's just like, chilling because they're already locked into that top tier, they know they're going into the playoffs because they're already up there, and they were just chilling it off and just taking it a little bit slower, just saving energy. Honestly, then it's not that bad of an idea too, because all you have to do is play for the playoffs, and you're just looking to compete, right? So it's fine. But in my opinion, like, if you're gonna be saving energy, you might as well just not save energy and done what Assassin's doing right now. Picked up a can of Red Bull and just got your energy back, And honestly, exactly. And the audience could get it too. Just go, scan that QR code, get your Red Bull cans, and get that energy up. And in my opinion, that is what Enigma Gaming should have done instead of saving it for the playoffs.
Yeah, at this stage, it's honestly at this point, both of these teams, they played to their fullest potential. And honestly, in my eyes, Enigma, they tried their hardest, but at the same time, they could have done so much more. And when it comes down to the group standings, so let's head on down over onto the standings to get a visual representation of what I'm talking about. It's going to be the side of Velocity taking the number 1 seed in the entire standings. No one's going to be able to touch them. They're on an undefeated 0-loss win streak coming on down from them. 6 wins, not even a single map dropped here, Assassin. Give us your thoughts on the standings as we move on down.
Well, Velocity Gaming, I did tell you guys that they're trying to get that title back, undefeated champions, and they've already done it in the group stages. All they have to do is just go ahead and win out their games in the playoffs as well. And in season number 1, they might just be the undefeated champions that you're looking forward to as well. But mind you, they are undefeated in their respective group right now. In this specific group, it is Samurai Esports and ENIGMA Gaming who were their actual, rivals. Now, in the playoffs, they're going to be going ahead and fighting it out against the other group players as well from Group A. There'll be Global Esports coming in. There's also going to be... I actually forgot the name, by the way. I'm not able to recollect. But to be honest, yeah, I mean, Velocity Gaming, the overall idea is that things are now going to get even more heated up in the playoffs. For now, though, they have done what they were supposed to. Win it out, secure the top spot. They did that. ENIGMA Gaming, on the other hand, as Quain mentioned, right, might be possible that they were just chilling out. They're just trying to relax a little bit more because, there's a lot coming in the future as well in terms of the playoffs, in terms of a special sort of a segment as well from the side of the esports club. Well, don't you guys worry. More details on that coming really soon. But yeah, I mean, there's like a lot in store for all of these players and all of these teams as well. So yeah, ENIGMA Gaming already securing the second spot. They were like, maybe we can just chill out. We can just save up a lot of strats that we have prepared as well for the future games. Maybe that might be the ideology moving in towards from the side of ENIGMA Gaming. But overall, the Group B standings, the Group of Death, as we did mention it definitely was a journey, wasn't it? Like Samurai Esports, ENIGMA, Velocity, they all just fought it out. Samurai Esports, they had a little bit of a problem, by the way. They put up 2 losses, and I'm not really sure what went wrong, but Samurai Esports, eventually down the line, they always had an amazing roster when it comes down to raw firepower. And today, Quain did mention, right, Blackhawk and amazing Astro players. Samurai Esports as a whole, we love to see that team, and we expected them to secure that second spot, by the way. But yeah, ENIGMA Gaming, they just surprised us all and took it away from the hands of Samurai as well.
It's the reason why whenever we talk about ENIGMA Gaming, we always say the unknown prevails. And the fact that ENIGMA, they were such an unknown quantity, and now they are a known quantity while being unknown at the same time. A little bit of a paradox there, but hey, no harm, no foul. All of these players and all these teams, they are showcasing exactly what they can do moving on down the line. But before we do end things off here, I want your thoughts, Queen. Tell us your thoughts on the group standings, and what about the match that is going to be happening down here on 7:30?
Honestly, I knew that everything was going to be locked in, right? So I was just wanting to see which team, at least in the first match, I wanted to see which team was going to be pushing themselves to prove to the world who was going to be the top dog. Even though this is a Group B, I feel like, ENIGMA Gaming is saving their energy for the later half, and they're going to be facing off against everybody, all the top tier teams, and they're going to be putting it into full throttle and just going all the way through to show who's the top dog there. Yeah, they might be saving up on their energy a little bit. They might be saving up on their scratch a little bit. But yeah, I called it out before, right? Like from the group standing, you can see that everything is locked into place and there are going to be no changes. Like it can be a little bit up and down. The seeds are going to be the same. You're going to be going into the playoffs wherever you are. You're going to be going into to the same season. I mean, the same place wherever you are. And if you're going to be relegated, you're going to be relegated. Now, RG Academy going up against Kuchby, right? That is a 7:30 p.m. match. And it's sad that they're both going to be relegated anyway. But I want to see who's not going to give up hope and who's going to be trying to prove themselves right. Who's going to be trying to prove that they're better. And honestly, it's not really up to the necessary, but it's honestly up to their own willpower. And that is what shows the world whether you deserve to be on the group standing in the season at all or not. And if RG Academy or Kuchby just fight it tooth and nail to show themselves, show each other up, and prove to each other who's going to be up there, I feel like they're always going to keep coming back to just try to get into the group standings, to try to, get into amongst the top tier teams. So it's a lot riding on them. Although they're going to be relegated, there's a lot riding on them.
That is for sure. The 7:30 p.m. match is gonna be intense. And if it's anything like what we had right here on our 3:30 p.m. game, it's just gonna get even more better moving on down the line, ladies and gentlemen. I know you're all excited for it. We're gonna be setting that up real soon as well, because it's only a couple of hours before we do head down over onto that matchup. But as we are gonna be setting everything up, as we are gonna be trying to get a little bit of a break ourselves before we do go on over there, make sure to check the links down in the description below, because we have a lot of deals set up for you down from our sponsors. And as you are down there, make sure to hit the like, hit the subscribe, and also hit the bell, because you need to get notified whenever we do go live, because honestly, you don't want to miss all of this action that is going to be brought to you by the Esports Club. And as you are also down there, make sure to check the links for the season 2 registrations, because we know for a fact that you want to bring your own talent down onto the table, down onto the gauntlet, and show us exactly what you can do. So make sure to check out the registrations and register your team to get down on into the action and prove your mettle against all of these top tier caliber teams. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be signing on off. It's going to be your boy Aggressive, joined by Assassin and Quain, signing on off. And we're going to be back in the real shortly for the TEC Gauntlet Season 1, powered by W Black and AMD Ryzen Radiant. We'll catch you in just a little bit.
2, 3, let's go.